Good evening, everybody. We were having camera malfunctions. Well, not actually camera malfunctions so much as me malfunctions. I was trying to get multiple cameras working, but we could not get the incessive echo to go away. Oh, let's see. Jim Bashirs. Hey, Jim, Robin, Steve. How y'all doing tonight, Mark? Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Freeze and squeeze. Just drink it, Robin. After the first couple drinks, it won't matter anyway. So, I posted a few days ago. Anyway, the link to the panel here is in the Living Beyond Disability chat group. If you're not a member and you want to be a member, let me know, or Steve know, or Amanda know, or Chase know, or just let somebody know. Somebody will add you to it. Anybody's welcome. I posted this week a picture of a project that I was starting and asked if anybody could guess what it was. Nobody guessed what it was. So it rained all day today. I took care of some other things. So we thought tonight I would work on that project and let y'all figure out what that is. And something else that I've decided to try to do with the kids is I may not know everything about anything, but I want to try to pass on to them what I do know. So we're going to start one thing at a time and try to teach them what I know about it, and they can go on from there. If they want to grow with it, great. If they don't like it, then that's great too. Couldn't figure it out, so you didn't guess. Well, it does involve sewing, as you can see. So neither one of these two know a whole lot about sewing, if anything at all about sewing. So
No.
they're going to learn a little something tonight. Each one of them is going to try to make a pillow or a cushion. Not so much a pillow, but a cushion. So that's what we're going to do. Anybody that wants to join the panel and come in and hang out and talk and BS and whatever is welcome. That's pretty much what we're doing. So we'll all take turns trying to keep up with the chat. Can't see the chat over there at all. Can you? Why? The wrong chat pulled up.
Yeah, I just gotta click the other one.
Oh, you can't see chat because you can't see that chat there, can you? Hi, Miss Shay. No, not making a quilt. Well, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about anything, and I'm pretty sure there's a million things wrong with the way I do it, but it has served me well my whole lifetime, and I've made quite a few things. So, why is there bird feathers right there in the floor?
Oh, because my cat probably killed another bird.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Why can't your cat be a vegan?
I don't know, ask her.
Eat grass and stuff. Oh, hello, Jerry. What's up, JB? The same initials as me. All right. So I guess I don't have making a do-rag. No, the do-rag train has sailed till cooler weather again. Actually, until I get a different machine. There's too many tight things in there that have to be done, and I can't manipulate with this machine with the limited use of my left hand. I use my left hand a lot, but people don't understand. My left hand doesn't have strength, and it does a lot of things on its own free will that I don't always agree with. So I don't always get it involved in everything I'm doing. Trying to dig post holes, I have to do that one-handed, because if I try to get my left hand involved, we put more dirt back in the hole than I take out. So it's not even not even worth it. It's like I'm having a mental fight with myself. No, actually, it's like I'm trying to dig a post hole. I'm trying to dig a hole with a pair of post hole diggers with a 2-year-old on the other side. That's what it's exactly like. So it's fun. Hey, Herbie, how are you feeling? You feeling better? Well, you say the West wasn't one on salad, but there was more salads and vegetables eaten in the West than people realize. Not everybody had the luxury of being successful hunters. There was a lot of not planned vegans back in the West. Everybody could grow corn and vegetables. Not everybody was successful with the meat. So, are we ready? We're going to teach these guys how to make a rectangle or square box, quote unquote, box cushion. So the first thing is you need to tell me, will you please stop with the dog? You're getting him wound up. What size do you want to make? And with your orange over there, it's going to little dictate. You're going to have to open your orange up and get it out there on the table and figure out about how much
Easy.
you got there. What are you wanting to make?
Throw pillow size.
You're wanting to make an actual pillow or
I
a
don't know.
cushion?
A cushion's fine.
Well, we're using canvas material, so that's not
Yeah,
really
a cushion,
conducive for a
I don't
pillow.
know. I didn't know.
I'm just telling
That's
you.
fine. Can we go for this one? Okay. It's not open.
I can teach you how. And here's another thing. When I first started, well, Herbie, I hope you get to feeling better, brother. See, now Mark's trying to be all fancy. Why don't you do a video and show us how to do it? Because I don't even know half of those terms. I'm not putting oh Lord, you're calling it welt, but welt would be what you would get in upholstery. Piping is what you consider it when you're talking about cushions and pillows and stuff like that. So I might know a little bit. He sold his sewing machine. Hey, Mr. Dave. So anyway, there's a simple, easy way to do it. There is actually a website, fabric-calculator.com. It will open calculators to do different types of pillows, cushions, different types of things. You put in the dimensions that you want your finished product to be and how you want to lay it out on your material, and it will pretty much tell you how to cut your pattern out. You still have to be able to figure that out, but box cushions is not my forte. Like I said, I know enough about sewing to get by. I've done a lot of upholstery work in my life. Most of my upholstery work was with leather work, and there wasn't a whole lot of stuff to be sewn on it. Welt cord, seam cord, welt, whatever you want to call it. That was about the most I ever had to do with leather, and that's a process. If you don't have a double walk-in foot, that stuff wads up, knots up, becomes a nightmare. So anyway, have you figured out what you want? What do you got going on over there?
I was thinking about this size.
About this size.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I got to work with, I guess. We're gonna go smaller if I need to.
Well, really the largest piece that you've got to work with in this whole thing right here is going to be roughly about 17.5 by 23. That's about the biggest you got. And then with that, you got the bottom, 17.5. You're not going to be very wide. Diesel move. You're not going to be very wide. What did we say that was? 17.5 by 23?
Yeah.
All right, so let's just say a 14 by... What did we say?
17.5 by 23.
Well, you can do 2 inches thick. Let's see what this says. All right, you would end up having to have a piece that's 16 inches wide by 20 inches long, and you will cut 1 3/4 inch notches out of each corner of that. You will need a piece of foam at 12.5 inches by... Are you going to write any of this down, or are you going to remember it?
Do I need to write that down too?
No,
Is that the size I should do?
No, you gotta. We can do whatever. We just got what we got to work with. Chase wasn't prepared for class.
No.
Can anybody see comments? Because I can't do this and see StreamYard too.
No, I am not currently watching them.
Hold on.
Chase, do you need paper? Diesel James. No, sir.
You're welcome to come hang out.
You need
Do you
to chill.
have the link? Yeah, you do.
Chill. Be nice.
Nancy says she has the same chair. It's trimmed in purple. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I love my chair.
All right. So your piece is going to be 16 inches by 20 inches. Boy, the rain's getting bad again. And you're going to cut 1 3/4 inch squares out of the corner. And I'll explain that in a minute. Your foam will have to be 12.5 inches by 16.5 inches.
12.5 by 16.
Mm-hmm.
1/2, yeah. Your seam allowance needs to be 0.375, basically roughly about 3/8 of an inch. And then you need one more piece of material at 12 by 16. Now that could be a different color. It could be the same color. It's basically going to end up being the bottom. So what your top piece that you're going to cut your corners out of, you're going to cut that and make sure that it's square. Cut 1 3/4 square out of each corner.
1 3/4 up and
1 3/4 in. You're just going to literally cut 1 3/4 square out of each corner.
Okay.
Amanda, please. After you do that, then you will take those with whichever side you want to be the outside and fold those together and then you're going to sew those, and then your bottom will sew that with that facing up, so everything's facing in, all your insides facing in. You'll sew all that, and we'll flip it. Once you get your bottom panel done, I'll show you how to sew in a zipper and add a zipper to it, because you got to have a way in there. So first thing you got to do is figure out how and cut your material.
Okay.
I would recommend that you use a pair of scissors, and I would recommend that you draw lines on your material first. Don't just assume and cut.
What does it matter what I use to draw on the material?
Do you have any regular pencils?
Colored pencils.
Colored pencils?
Yeah.
Any colored pencil that will show up on your material. They make special fabric pencils, but I found over the years that a regular
No, you can
colored
use white.
pencil works just as good.
You want
Yeah.
white?
Yeah. Oh, I can hear you breathing.
I don't even know what y'all are. This is Sunbrella canvas material that we're using. Oh, wow, you got scissors, a ruler. Boy, you came prepared for class. Are you using a regular pencil? Oh,
He's using a white colored pencil.
does it mark on it? Okay, as long as it marks on it. All right, Miss Amanda. What are you wanting to make? And Chase, do we have more of this?
I don't know about that big.
Well, your things are going to kind of count on it. I know there's 2 single pieces out there. Maybe you should run and go get those before it pours again and
Okay.
see, because you won't have anything to put in it.
Why is it so light out there?
Why is it so light out there? Because it's only 8:18.
Oh.
Yeah, it should outlive all of us.
Diesel, James.
We'll have it tore up, lost, nasty. With us, it'll just end up being nasty. So what everybody didn't guess out of mine is the cushion that I have that I'm sitting on now. I've changed the padding in it 3 times now, and the cover itself is just totally shot. I've had it for 2 years now. I've gotten the money's worth out of it. I didn't buy it. It was bought for me. And I changed the pad that was in it. The density of the pad that was in it was density brick. So I changed it to this memory foam pad. So I wanted to go ahead and make a new cushion. So I thought, while I'm at that, I guess I could move this microphone up here. While I'm at that, I figured I would go ahead and make pockets on each side and in the front that hang down here. So that's a step forward to one of my ideas of putting some not class, what did I call it? Dignity back in being disabled. By having things like that, you would be like, in my case, I could go out in public and not be forced to wear an uncomfortable bag strapped to my leg. I could have a bag inside of a compartment that nobody can see, and I'm not, the gross guy riding around with a bag hanging there. Right.
That's your number one thing. Privacy.
All right, Chase is back with some foam, so we'll figure out.
Are you going like this side?
Am I putting flaps on the pockets? Yes, I'm going to put zippers on the pockets, and I'm going to put flaps on the pockets so that all the sawdust and crap doesn't fall down in there. All right, so are any of those big enough for the one that you were intending to make? Diesel? What did I tell you your foam had to be? Diesel, stop.
12.5 by 16.5.
Well, there's 12 by 19. Hang on a minute. I don't know if I'm going to rivet the pockets right now or not. I just want to get through the first one and get it made and test it out and see if it functions for me the way that I wanted it to. Okay, if you change your dimensions of your fabric to be 15 by 20,
Yeah.
still the same corner cuts, the 1 3/4. Your foam would end up being 11.5 by 16.5. And your bottom piece of material is an 11 by 16. And then you can use that piece of foam right there. Back on StreamYard.
The foam was 11.5 by 16.5. The material was 11 by 16.
Dude, I'm not even there anymore. I'm reading comments. Say it again.
The foam is 11.5 by 16.5.
Yes.
And the material is 11.5 by 16.
Yes. And your top piece of material is 15 by 20.
Okay.
With 1 3/4 cutouts in there. Now you got to make sure that you're square. So you will have to use this, or yeah, you need to use this. When you get ready, bless you. And that where you don't really measure down and make a cut. Like over here where you know that you got to cut off, make sure that you got enough material for your bottom, which you're pretty sure you do. So just cut this off right here. Just come right here and just cut that off. Try to use your ruler and assume this is semi-straight. Look at the bottom of your ruler and just assume that it's semi-straight. Just draw your line on there and cut it. And then you'll have to square from that. Decent.
Well, my edge on this side is straight.
How do you know?
This factory side.
That don't mean anything.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
This is canvas material. You see there? You're pretty square. So you can trust that edge and this edge just by doing what I told you. Had I given you this, you would have got the line crooked. So you can trust this line now and that line now. So you know, put an X down here in this corner. So you know that this side and this side is your good two pieces over here.
Okay.
Cut that off and then go from there and measure out and double check and triple check. Cut your corners and make sure you've got the same dimension both ways before you cut anything. Because if you get it out of square, you're going to have a wonky looking little cushion. Diesel, please go somewhere.
First step is cut them apart. Right?
Yes, cut them apart. So you've got the two pieces to work with. And my suggestion would be to cut out your bottom panel first so you can get that squared up and get that figured out before you cut that top big piece. I don't know, Mark. I'm a little rough on things. I still may need rivets in the corners where it meets the cushion itself, so that I'm not trying to rip it loose from the cushion. This first one that I'm gonna make myself is just going to be the cushion itself. And then I'm going to work on making all of my pockets with my flaps. And then I'm going to make another cushion for myself. And I will incorporate those into the cushion itself. So basically my bottom half of my cushion panel will literally come down, return back up, and make a whole deal. Basically another box cushion without the cushion. Have you figured yours out yet? That's how big you want it to be? You got a bigger piece of foam there. Is that big enough? What are you using it for? Diesel, please move. Let's measure this foam so we don't get crazy and decide that you're wanting something more than you can have. At best, you got 16 by 17 at very best right there. Well, 16 by 17, we already know that. That's his. What did I say that was in best case scenario?
16, 17.
Because that right there comes out to be. Well, with that foam, what you end up with is a 16 by 16 cushion, which honestly, I'm making mine 18 by 18, but this cushion right here was a 16 by 16.
That's huge.
Well, you don't want it to where your butt's hanging over the cushion because it will cause pressure bumps. Trust me. Okay, so you ready? Your material for your top piece needs to be 20 inches by 20 inches. And you're going to do an 1 3/4 inch square cutout in each corner. Your foam needs to be 16.5 by 16.5. You're going to use a 3/4 inch, 3/8 inch seam allowance. And your bottom piece of material, which can be any color you want, has to be 16 inches by 16 inches. So, move.
It was 1 3/4 inch cutout square. Right?
Yes, 1.75. Do you need to come over here and use this table? Diesel, please move. Go lay down. Okay, let's move this stuff.
I can wait until he's done
No. I've already made up my mind right now on this show. I just want to. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing, Mark. Okay. All right, let me put my stuff up. Now, I will tell you
Yes.
a secret here. Now that Chase is already all in it. When you do your cutouts for your 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure that your thing is long enough, if not, get this, to come off of your edge, right? Measure up 1 3/4 on one end, 1 3/4 on the other end. Come in about 1 3/4, about 1 3/4. Do that all the way around, and you don't have to remark every corner. You will cross everything as you go around. Make sense?
Yep.
So do this corner. Do this corner.
Yeah, if this was the corner, if this was your thing, when you come up 1 3/4 off of this edge, put your ruler. And you come up off that end, 1 3/4, put your ruler. Double check. When it's correct, draw your line on here that's at least 1 3/4 long. Do the same thing down on that end. And turn your fabric and do that same thing again. You do it 4 times and you've marked all 8 things. You don't have to do it 8
Diesel
times.
James, I'm gonna hurt you,
You
dude.
understand?
Honestly.
He's a piglet.
Really? Come over here and burp like that? Rude. It was rude.
Chase needs to be right back on his chair.
He's not gone though.
Yeah, well, according to his camera, he is, or somebody's camera, he is. It's his
It's
camera.
his.
Sorry.
Well, I already know this isn't square. So.
Why don't you just turn yourself?
Yeah, I asked him why he didn't just turn the table over to his little thing.
Well, he could do that, or he could just stay where he was. Jesus, Diesel.
Diesel James, go away.
Get this.
This guy's trick ever.
You've never taken that long to eat 3 pieces of dog food. Go away. Go lay down. Diesel, please. Hey, hand me my thing over there.
This?
No, my gray thing.
What?
Yeah,
Is that it?
and that big pair of scissors.
Um,
Yep, thanks.
Do you want me to move?
No.
I have gotten myself so confused.
Uh-oh.
Are you a little fuckered up, Chase?
Yes. I don't remember which side was straight. I put my X there, but is that where I originally put
Well,
it?
that would be, if that's where your X is, then it's this and this. Are you good now? What are all these lines?
Wrong lines.
Well, don't draw on the other side. Make that your inside now. That's definitely your inside.
Bubs, you okay?
This might be a multi-session live.
Yeah. Maybe.
This is something you legit should be able to do in 30 minutes if you're familiar with sewing at all. They've never sewn, so I don't know what to expect. I still can't do it in 30 minutes now, but that's a lot to do with. Wow, that was okay. Disability and stab himself in the eye with scissors, and I wasn't even running. I don't like these scissors. The tip of them's been wonkered. That one. Thank you. I apologize for not being able to see the comments. We don't have anybody in here to read them, so.
Sorry.
If you knew the plan, you would have done it yourself. Well, you know, you can follow along this part of it anyway. Half the battle to this is, well, more than half the battle to this is getting the pattern square and getting it cut proper. The sewing part's easy. You stick it in there, drop the foot, and put your hammer down on the gas pedal and go, and we're done. We out. We done. See, this is really wrinkly and nasty, and normally I would iron this, but I'm being impatient.
Fair.
All right. So once you've done that, this is what you're going to do, guys. You're going to take these corners and you're going to fold them together and make sure that your bottom edges and these edges come together square.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take this in here.
Did you fold those in, or how did you fold those?
Okay, this.
Yep.
This is, if you feel this side seems softer of this material, but it marks up easier. But this seems rougher to me, so I'm going to make this my inside. Okay. So I'm going to take my face side facing up, and I'm just going to take any one of the two corners and just take the two corner pieces and fold them over. Can y'all see what I'm doing? It's like this. I'm just folding these corners together so that this edge and your bottom edge here are together, right?
Right.
And you're going to take this just like this with your tapered side towards the machine. I can't even see. Can't remember how to turn it on. Can you hand me my glasses so I don't like stab my finger? All right. If you look right there, that first mark right here is a 3/8 mark. All right. I have this foot in here specifically for this because it's 3/8 wide. So if you keep where the needle's set on here, if you keep the material even with that edge, so make sure your strings are pulled out the back, pull this up and make sure that this is running with the foot, right? You see the needle would be way off, so you want to back it up and come back down here and drop your foot. See, I'm not quite on the material right there.
Right.
I'm going to hold on to those strings. You're going to have to move that pedal carefully on. And then you're going to start sewing, hit this and back up, and then come back through it again. All right. Then once you get to the other end, just hit the back stitch, back up, come back through it again. You're done. You want to make sure that you back stitch when you start, back stitch when you stop, because this is what's going to take a lot of abuse right there in that corner, right? And you do that same thing for all 4 corners. And then while it's still this way, we will take your bottom face up, attach it here, and you will do the same thing. You'll go, once all your corners are sewed, you'll go right down that line, do 3/8 of an inch all the way down there. But we got to put your zipper in your bottom first. And then you will literally, once you're done, you'll turn it inside out, and that will be the corner of your cushion.
Okay.
See?
Yep.
Got it?
Yep.
That's what you're shooting for.
Watch out, folks.
Doesn't seem too bad, does it?
I'm not gonna say it.
What?
That doesn't seem so bad.
Okay. Well then, get going. You should be done already.
I have never sewn with a needle and thread. Nothing. Not even a button.
You're getting ready to. Hopefully it's not your finger. Trust me, I think it was 7 stitches, seven actual stitches through the sewing machine I put through that fingernail and that finger when I finally said, the hell with these do-rags, I'm waiting on a different machine. And I sat there with the thread ripper digging into my finger to cut them so that I could pull them out. Well, I think you were fully aware of all that. Anyway.
The 3/8 seam. That only has to do with that.
Do with this, yes.
Okay.
Just cut the dimensions that you're told to cut. Then everything goes together. Just cut the dimensions of your materials. Once you've done that, this thing goes together in 5 minutes.
This is done.
Are you sure? It's squared. You measure corner to corner and it's squared.
No, I need something longer.
That won't measure from corner to corner? Okay. You need a tape. I was having throttle problems and left hand problems when I first started this, so I'm going back through it and putting another double stitch in this thing. Just because I was trying to do more explains and wow, that looked like I'm out of that mess. Not anymore. All right. Let's see. And look, I'm going to explain this to you one time, and I'm going to laugh really hard and fall out of my chair if you do it. Once you listen to me, once you've determined which side's out and which side's in, don't come to this next corner over here and fold it like this and sew it. I'm gonna laugh at you when I'm gonna laugh at you when your cushion looks like that.
Yeah. Fair.
Diesel's already laughing. He says he knows you're gonna do it.
I'm square.
Good. And that one's done. Now that you have that piece, which side is going to be your inside?
To me, they feel exactly the same.
Which side looks better than the other? I'd say this is the outside.
Diesel move.
So now, fold this in half. Make sure that it's perfect. Right there. Don't worry about the whole thing. Just make sure it's perfect right there. And pull it out flat. Once it's perfect right there. Now, once you've done that, look here. Now get your pencil. Stick it up in there and mark it. You're trying to mark the center. Yep. And do the same thing on the other side. And then fold it the other way and do it the same way the other side. Both ways. What this is going to do, you're going to do the same thing to the top. What this is going to do is when you go to put this together and you sew this, this is going to ensure that if there's any stretch or weirdness in your material, at least it's all going to come together in the same spot, because you're going to start in that corner, line it up, and go. Right? Now fold it the other way and do the same thing that way. I can't read comments. Anybody read comments?
Well, I have them pulled up.
No, I couldn't see nothing over there. I can't tell if I'm on your camera or not over there explaining things. Where is your camera? Right there.
Nancy said I could help make some.
Nancy said what?
I could help make some little pillows, I think. Jerry Brown said he learned by hand. Nancy's also sewn her finger.
Well, it was 7 of them before it registered with my brain. Yeah, it is going through your finger. But my foot had gone full throttle on it, so it went really quick. I'm sorry if I'm talking loud, but I don't know if y'all can hear me over here because I'm not really talking at a microphone. I'm babbling in a corner. I'm some crazy person. Now, this foot that I put on here also serves another purpose. It's also a top walker, so it kind of makes sewing idiot proof. Well,
Yeah, we'll see after me and James get done. Diesel James, I'm going to hurt you.
He's like, get it right.
Do you have a pencil sharpener over here?
There's
I use a knife.
one in that drawer. The blue one in that top drawer over there. Pretty sure.
Found it.
I haven't done one of these things in like 100 years, so if I'm telling these kids wrong, and you know I am, tell me, because I'm going off the best I can remember. All right, so once you get all 4 of your corners sewed together, that's what it should look like.
That's pretty good.
Now this is the inside,
Yep, yeah.
so if you flip it around, that's going to be the one side of it. I don't know what side it is. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. So now, I usually use basting tape to do the zippers and stuff. Move these things. But I don't have any, and I ordered some, and it kept getting put off by the Amazon. So it won't be here till tomorrow. And I don't think I ever got around to cutting my bottom. I only had this top piece cut. So I thought I would at least get that far to show them. If I had my bottom cut right now, I would show you how I based and sew in my zippers. I'm going to put my zipper on mine on theirs. We'll put them in the bottom of their thing. On mine, I'm going to put them, well, I'll probably put theirs in the back too. I'm going to put mine towards the back, but not in the back side. I want to put it in the back bottom, because you don't ever really sit there, but when it's up in the back, I can't explain it. It does bother you. So I don't have a camera anywhere near me. That camera is useless right now. I'm over here talking to this camera, showing them the. All right. So anyway, I think that's.
I'm sorry.
Oh, let me move.
No, you're good.
Well, what happened to me was I was trying to hold 4 pieces of material together and was trying to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance and come around a rounded corner, and I had a tick hit me at the same time. It caused me to go full throttle on the pedal, and my finger, I was just, when I pulled my hand back, the thread was still pulling from the bobbin and the spool, and I had to cut it off. And I was like in disbelief that I'd heard of it, I guess, but in my mind, it was disbelief that your finger would fit under there like that. I just never believed that would work. Or in my experiences, I would have thought at very least it would have broke the needle. Now, it did break the needle on the 7th one, but luckily it wasn't in my finger. It had gone through my finger, broke off, and when it pulled back up, it pulled that piece of broken needle was on the string between my finger and the sewing machine when I pulled my finger back. But I had to use the thread ripper to break 7 stitches to pull them out both sides.
Oh yeah.
You remember now?
Yeah.
Man was like, oh yeah. Been talking about it this whole time. You just now remember what I'm talking about. That was my
Diesel, go outside.
Turn and look at everybody and say, I think I have a boo-boo. Go outside. Go. Outside. Thank you. Ooh, Jerry. Now, when Amanda was really, really little, I was putting trim up on fancy columns on a house and was squeezing trim together and was shooting like 2.5, 3-inch pins out of a big pin gun. And it went through the wood, came out, curled, went through my finger and back into the wood. It just went into a big curl. And it was the last thing I was doing, so I'd already taken my tool belt off and had it sitting up against the house where Amanda was, because I was sitting there talking to her. I jumped up to do that, and we were going to leave. As soon as that happened, I told her I needed my tool belt, and she had this thing when something scared her when she was little, she would cover her ears. And she just stood there, covered her ears, and just kept shaking her head no. She didn't want no part of it. She wouldn't bring me my tool belt, nothing. So I had to take my belt off and keep trying to use it to ring my tool bag to get a pair of side cutters to cut the nail off. That was fun. I got one piece of it out. I cut it off the board and I had the loop on the upper side of my finger, and I cut both sides of that off, and I got the piece closest to my hand out, but the piece closest to my fingernail, it went right through the back of the bed of my fingernail, and I couldn't get it out. I had to go to the hospital for that.
I don't understand why I went wrong.
Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, we're not ever going into pillow production. We're not making pillows for a living. Not unless we getting 50,000 a piece for them, because we're gonna get like 2 a year.
You're giving us a little credit there, Dad.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me with a nail gun was I had a 16 penny nail gun, a frame gun, and I had it on a little recoil chain. It was actually a rope, but it was on a recoil hooked to my belt, and I grab it, pull it out, pop my nails, and just let go of it, and it would drop to my side and pull itself back up. Well, I dropped it one time, and it came down and landed right on my thigh and went pow, 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 and shot 3 16 penny nails straight into my femur.
Do you mean I have been measuring the same freaking triangle for an hour?
Probably. Why?
Because I still ain't sure I've gotten it.
Okay. Well, measure corner to corner, and it'll tell you if it's right.
Oh, diagonally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Well, we haven't been.
All kinds of people hopped in.
Hi, Chase.
Hello, Steve, Herb, Russ,
Why you gotta wind
everybody.
it up backward? No.
Steve C, hey Jerry, Amanda Chase, Russ, Herbie, Robert, Jerry Brown, Steve Nealon, Denise, Mark, Nancy Shea, John C, Larry, Dave G, and anybody else.
Hello.
You know who he sounds like? He's been saying this for the last 3 days. This hello. He sounds like that emoji on the game thing that we play when the people come into the room and do that hello and wave thing.
Maybe that's where you got it from.
I think Chase is the voice for it. Do you need the paper tape to measure corner to corner?
I have it. I just got it.
I'm talking about diagonally, not that direction. Or did you already check it diagonally and it didn't look right?
No, I haven't. I'm just double checking that.
No driving and texting, Shay. Get off the lives while you're driving. No driving and living.
Who are you?
I'm the no living police. No driving and living police. I used to do it all the time when I coming back from the beach when I was moving those houses. I'd do lives for hours coming home, try to keep awake.
I'm like the 16th off.
I don't think anybody will notice it. You'll be more than a 16th off by the time you get done cutting it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Let's just round it up to an inch by the time it's all said and done with.
Yeah. You just tell everybody it was an intentional wedge.
Oh, you try to make a wedge.
So now I can cut it.
I say it again. I posted the link to this in the hangout in the chat group. Everybody and anybody is welcome to join.
Do I leave that attached or just cut it?
What is that?
Just that's gonna be extra.
Well, you wouldn't want to leave it attached.
No, I mean attached to this. The rest.
No.
Of it. Okay.
Just to give you a handicap head up over Chase. It'd be easier if you marked your 1 3/4 right now.
Oh yeah, I meant to. Fudge sickle.
The material stays a little more firm and put in place when you're on the bolt.
I agree.
I could have my cushion done sitting on it already. Hey, we got to get out the hot wire too because we still have to cut foam.
Where's that at?
It's up in the cabinet up here. Before we get done, I'm going to recut a whole new cushion thing to see about this 5-inch pad we've got from the couch. See what that's all about. I'm going to make a 5-inch thick one. What'll suck is if I make a 5-inch thick one. No, it would be okay. I've got an idea that I may not make my pouches incorporate into my pillow. I have an idea that I'm going to put a zipper. I'm going to make the pouches go over the seat and down the front and have a zipper part on the back that would zip to the cushion if you had the cushion, but be a 2-part deal where I don't have to have the bags on there if I don't want to. And if I just want my cushion to go in my wheelchair somewhere, we can unzip it and just take it without the bags. So I'm not just stuck with the bags all the time, and do or die kind of situation. Jerry says he remembers the old drive sessions, guzzling Red Bull and live from the road. Yeah. At one time, I had been up for 41 hours and drove all the way back from the beach. That was the time everybody was on there trying to keep me awake.
Was it snowing that time?
No, it wasn't snowing that time. I
had talked to you on
Did
the
I do
phone
it
or
live?
FaceTime a couple times when it was snowing.
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't going to take time to go live. That was a little too sketch.
Fair. Real.
Exactly, Jerry. So this may be my first marketable piece. And I honestly started with the Sunbrella because I wanted it to be semi-waterproof, and this stuff's pretty water resistant. The other thing I don't think I finished saying earlier when teaching the kids this, it's much easier on this rigid, stiffer material like canvas material to teach them to sew than it is on like a cotton cloth that bunches up and it doesn't stay rigid. That's awesome, Nancy.
What?
She made a Batman cushion for a student. Her husband was one-on-one.
Aww.
I like Batman.
Yeah, I did some stretchy stuff for do-rags, but the do-rags look like they're meant for a doll to fit your head proper. It's funny.
Diesel, can you stop? You are driving.
Oh my God, Robin's gonna make a cushion and hot glue it instead of sewing it. You could do that if it's done right. Wrap it like a package big across the bottom. You could surely hot glue it for sure, and it would stay because, yeah, you can actually, Robin, you can make a no-sew cushion. You just fold it big, make it big flaps on the bottom, and you fold it and wrap it like a present and fold those 2 flaps in and shove them one inside the other, and that's on the bottom, and then it doesn't come apart. Yes, you can, Robin. Anybody can do anything if they put their mind to it.
Look at me and Chase right now.
Robin said it sounds complicated. Well, apparently it's complicated just to cut out a pattern.
Stop. Diesel James. Diesel
I'm
James.
going for perfection.
That he's driving me insane. Go away.
Diesel, go lay down. Jerry said by next month the kids will be ready for knocking out Halloween costumes. He did a full Renaissance fair costume one year with Shakespeare pants and blouse. Certainly wasn't a shirt I'd normally wear. Well, to go along with what Nancy's saying, you can use, where in the hell is there a camera? You can use an ultra hold heat and bond tape. You just heat it on with an iron, peel the backer off, put your two pieces of material together and iron it again, and it glues the material together. Not going to hold up on a cushion though. I'll just tell you that right now. It'll look good for a little while, but it won't hold up to use. Robin said, be right back. I need to find some material. Yeah, back in the day, Halloween, I was all into Halloween when the Halloween was fun. Now it's not fun anymore. It's like Halloween every day out here in this world.
You said it.
Your people in costumes every day. I saw a chick on a video today on the internet. It made me jump back and go lock the door.
She probably worked at Walmart.
She kind of scared me a little. Yeah, great for hemming and stuff like that. Well, like the basting tape, I use heat bond for basically like basting tape. Just something to hold it till I can get it stitched proper if I can't hold it proper. And I'm into these new zip clip things. They work pretty good for a lot of stuff. Diesel, would you please move?
No.
Diesel, go in the house. Go in the house. That's not the house. Where are you going, son?
Anywhere except where you tell him.
Apparently. Oh. Chase is almost there.
Diesel, boo. Go away, please. Get out from under my feet.
Okay, so now
Jesus.
you know this is your backside, so these would be the two pieces you put together. There's white thread in there, but for your first one, I don't think it much matters.
So I just have
No, sir. That would end up being your inside would be your outside.
I want my white marks out.
Yeah, because you want that to be on the inside. You want your stitches on the inside. One thing I should have checked was to see how many needles we have. I don't know if watch it. I don't know if we have enough needles to get through to YouTube learning. You better watch that foot pedal, dude, because it will be the hurtingest ass thing ever.
So the thread needs to go backwards.
Yep, and you need to make sure when you start that you're holding it until you get a few stitches in.
What the heck?
not how I told you to do it.
How did you tell me to do it?
The angled side goes towards the machine. Like that. Now is your bottom parallel all the way across. There you go. Keep this edge even with the edge of the foot. If the blade's not into it, make sure you're holding that thread.
I mean, the needle shouldn't be in the fabric at all right now, or should be hovering right
above. It could be close to it. You can back off of it and back on it again. You're not holding the thread. If you do not hold that thread, it's just going to wind up and snap the needle. That's all it's going to do. Let go of the button.
Oh, really?
Whoa. Let go of the button. It's better. You gotta stop driving it like it's a diesel. It's an electric, it's an EV, dude, not a diesel truck. You can't lay it to the floor.
What do I do now?
Lift the foot up. Make sure your needle's not in it. It's not.
Okay.
You can turn the needle right here.
Okay.
Now pull it away. There's a thing right there. Pull the material up and over. Not too bad for your very first time. You still got 3 more to do. Then you gotta throw a bottom on there, and then you gotta cut your foam. And
meanwhile,
still
I
gotta,
haven't cut my first piece.
I'm wondering if we're gonna actually waste zipper material on these things.
I wouldn't on mine for sure. Wow, this is horrendous. Gotta learn somehow, I guess.
That's right.
So why not let a bunch of people see it happen?
Why not?
You hold your thread.
No.
Diesel.
Get up in this chair, lady. Get up here.
He's just knocking my knee.
Get up here. Get in this chair. Lay down. Get out. Out.
These James.
A little wobbly.
Yeah, you got very lucky by not holding that thread. After you've had to change the needle a half a dozen times and rethread the machine, you'll learn. I've got the machine dialed in for you, so you didn't have to figure out stitch length, tightness, none of that. It's all done for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't keep pulling your threads. one side of this table set lower than the other.
It seems like it.
I think so.
I set a box.
How do you think you did?
It's not that bad.
All right.
It could be a lot better. Man, I don't remember what the other part was.
Well, now we got to, I guess, put a zipper in the bottom. I kind of hope Amanda would be caught up where you are because we have to change the foot and everything.
Oh, I'll wait for her.
Sorry.
No, you're
Well,
fine.
good. While you're waiting for her, how about come over here, let me back in there and fix this thing where we can see each other on there since nobody's actually reading the comments on it. I can't even see them.
I'm sorry.
This table is goofy. How long have we been live? 3 hours? Hour and
It
18
really
minutes.
took me 3 hours.
No, it's an hour and 18 minutes.
Chase, I don't want to hear it because I'm still doing this. But I did have to wait forever for the
Instructions.
versus Chase.
Sorry.
Forever. She had to wait for you to get yours.
No, I sat there with my stuff ready for a while.
Just slow, okay?
You're slow. Yeah. That's
Okay. So we're gonna open up a roll and make a zipper. That's what it's called, make a zipper. Now y'all want to know a fun fact? I've had this roll of make a zipper since before Amanda was born. I'm just now opening it.
how convenient.
Hey, you were talking about wasting it.
Yeah, I haven't wasted it all these years. Why do I want to start now?
I think it moved around a lot. It's like,
Yeah, but it's always been in the tote.
That is not a lie.
Look at all these zipper pulls on here. When that confused you, that was on your pants.
yeah.
Yeah, I figured we were gonna cut all of our pieces before we started sewing. Sorry for that too.
We are waiting, cutting all the pieces and then sewing. Jay's
This
got
is
all-
my first piece.
Well, you're gonna have to sew it and then do your next piece because Chase has already cut both of his out. I don't even have.
was a two-part show.
Oh, a two-part show. We're gonna do the top tonight, so you can get yours sewed, and we'll end the show. And then next week we'll do the bottoms, put in zippers. Oh shit, the zippers be a whole show. Which side's your inside and which side's your outside? Inside.
This?
You're inside.
Yeah.
So then you fold it that
That
way.
way,
You want
shit,
your
yeah.
stitch on the inside.
Well, I was checking it.
See, I didn't have anybody to tell me that crap. You know how many things I sewed backwards, or I sewed with one end going one way and the other way, and I have to take it apart. Oh, you ain't got to do all that now.
Okay. Well, I was.
Pick a corner. I can't see the chat, guys, so keep yourself amused. I would thought we were going to have somebody in here to read the chat, but
Don't forget to hold the string.
she hadn't got there yet, dude.
I'm just telling you.
Don't pull on them. Just push them to the back. That's all you do.
There's two.
There's a bobbin underneath. That'll be next lesson. Y'all are going to have to wind bobbins. I'm not making you do it right now because I have like 80 of them already wound. This edge will stay even with this. Put your needle to where it comes down flush with the front of that.
The 5/8.
No, the 3/8. Keep this flush with the edge of the foot right there. You're way the hell over here. There you go. Even with the edge of the foot. Now, if you drop that, if that needle went down, the needle's not going to hit the material. Move up just a little bit. Now make sure you hold the threads. All you got to do is pinch down on them. You're going to drive just a little bit, and then after you've done that, you can let go of your threads, and you hit this button. It'll back the machine up. When you get where you've just come off the material, let go of the button, hit the pedal again, it'll go forward. When you get to the end, when you come off, hit the button, back up.
So you don't hold the button, you just press it.
You hold it until you're done backing up.
Then you let off.
If you back up too much, will it knot it up in there?
Well, I mean, if you keep off of material, I mean, if you go back and forth too much, it will, yeah. You'll break a needle, but I've got the biggest upholstery needle I can put in this machine in here so that you guys wouldn't be snagged. If I put a regular needle in here, when are you going to go backwards?
I wasn't sure how far to go. Does it matter how fast you go or how
No.
slow you go? I wasn't
you.
sure how far to go. That's
I think you broke the thread.
I did.
Lift your foot. Yeah. Up. Pull your material out. Pull it on out. If it's still attached to this one, cut it off in the cutter. So now it's easier to just find the thread and start over. Chase, pay attention. I'm only going to do this once. Come down. I don't like using that thing there. I use this right here. If I can get it up there. Come down, loop around, come up, loop back through, come straight down. Once you get down, push this thing down. It goes through the needle. Grab this. I can't get glasses, so I'm hoping I got it. And then pull this through. Push your finger back there to hold it. Pull your tail through.
Okay.
Once your tail's through, make sure it goes under the foot. Tuck it back with your bobbin thread, and then you can start over.
What do I do with that?
You need to get all that stuff
Out.
cut off, pulled off. Here,
What do you
all you need to do is just pull it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I broke it. You just hold that, you don't let off the pedal and then do it. You just hit it while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that backs up. Was I pulling too hard on this, or I didn't pull enough?
You don't have to
on it?
pull on it. Just pinch it to
No,
just
I
put your
know.
finger straight down
So
on
I
it.
don't have to move it at any
No,
point?
you don't pull on it. You just pin it there. So what you're trying to do is keep the sewing machine from taking it back, because what it'll do is take it back instead of taking it from here.
I think that might have been part of the problem. It scared me and I jumped and I wasn't holding that down anymore. That's it, we're talking to you, right?
Put your foot down.
Huh?
Put your foot down. Hold your strings.
Yeah.
Come up 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, and push the button. Let it back up till it goes off. Let go of the button. It'll come on down to the end. And you do it again when you get down here.
Oh my goodness.
As long as you don't stick your finger up under this foot, it can't get you.
No, I'm not scared of the needle. I'm scared of not doing shit in time.
It's okay.
Stuff in time.
It's okay.
Already scared.
It's an EV, not a diesel.
I know. Chase is the one that's.
Okay, well,
I'm trying.
you're the one that about jumped out of your skin when it started up. He didn't jump the first time.
Because I was barely. I'm pushing. I feel like I'm pushing and it's not going. So then I get scared because it's not.
You haven't even taken a slack out of your shoe yet.
No, I feel like. I just don't want to break anything.
You're not going to break anything.
Uh-huh.
If you break it, we go to Walmart and buy another one. Why you let go of the foot pedal?
I didn't mean to. I was focused, so what now? I just go hold this as
Hit
I
the button.
hit it and then.
Hit the button and hold it. When you get where you want it to be, stop. You went way too damn far. Hit the gas pedal and drive.
Chase. Oh my god, Dad.
Hit the button. Let go of the button. Stop.
I didn't
You
even
did
go over the same thing twice.
Yeah, I know. It'll be okay. This is how you learn. Move this thing down.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Is it really though?
Oh, I did the same thing.
Have you seen it? Did you see that?
It's your first one. It's not bad. What do you mean you didn't go over the same one?
Huh?
Nothing.
It's okay. Go on to your next one.
I can leave it like
That is not what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're sewing the corners together.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Chase got this.
I told you I would laugh at you if you did it wrong. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Okay, hang on.
Where's the one? No, why are you going opposite corner? Good Lord.
Is that not what I was just doing?
No, you were like over here. That is 100 miles away and no relation to that corner.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I had one of those the first time. That I don't know at this point.
Yeah, I know. You were trying to sew them together like this.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I was doing that.
I love you. It's okay. Some days people will tell you you're special. It just means your daddy's special.
Nothing more.
You are my special. My pretty. My precious. Yeah. You got this. Would it be easier to put the sewing machine over here? You sure? You can't hurt anything, honey. The worst thing that's going to happen is a needle break. You've seen me break 100 of them. It's not going to hurt anything. Just make sure that when you're backing up or going forward, that at some point in time or another, you're going off the material back there and back on, okay? That's where you get your strength.
Off and back on.
Yeah, just, not like
Like
way
one.
off, but just, one or two stitches
Make
off.
sure you
and
put
back
your
on.
foot down.
It just happens so fast.
Yes, it
I'm not
does.
used to it.
But look, I
So
promise.
I get frazzled.
I promise, the more you do it, the slower the machine will seem. I promise.
But right now it's
Oh, I
not
know.
slow.
I know.
Your foot's still up. And
Does that count?
Yeah, that's that. You got this. Yeah, keep your finger up there on the button. Let go of the button. Hit the button again. Hit the gas. What's the matter? What's the matter? Because you're not perfectly on top of your other stitch. It doesn't matter. That's why you're putting all those double stitches in there. It doesn't matter. It's strong. Let's go on to your next one. See? You got this.
you're doing a good job.
We should do some drinking and sewing. Robin says, Jerry, you're a good teacher. I bet Amanda would disagree with that.
He wasn't always this patient.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but it kind of hurts my feelings.
No, he is.
Hold on. Man, you're going to about wreck you backed up so fast.
Oh my goodness.
Now I don't remember.
Do I have to keep holding the string still?
No.
Okay, that's been my problem.
No, honey, look, when you
Just initially?
first start 2 or 3 stitches in, you don't have to worry about them strings.
I'm just
Oh.
wondering how in the
I
hell
was
you
trying
hang
to
on to the
hold them
string
in.
the
No.
whole time.
No,
Okay.
listen. Okay, guys, listen. This is what's happening, right? When that needle goes down, it's pulling thread. And if there's no resistance on that tail down there, because there's resistance, your stitch resistance coming from your thread, it'll just pull that back. And then it'll come up and move again, and it'll pull it some more, and eventually it'll just wad up down there. You're not taking new thread. So you just want to stop it from taking that thread. You want it to take the other thread.
Okay.
And then once you've done it a couple of stitches, you let go of it, you'll see it just move with the piece.
That's part of my problem too, is it was getting caught on that
If
stuff.
you just take your finger and pin the thread right down like this, right? From the very beginning, you just put your finger in there and pin it down. Use your hand, push your piece, drive. After 2 stitches, you'll see how loose that thread is. Just pull it out, snug, pin it down, hit your gas and go. And you'll see within a couple of stitches that thread's loose now. You don't have to hold it anymore. But you just know after you've done a couple of stitches down, you can let go of it. You don't have to worry about it no more.
Okay.
I don't remember what size mine was supposed to be now. I think my bottom's supposed to be something like 18 by 18. Where's my cloth for tape? What's the matter, honey?
Well, with how it was hanging off there and stuff, it's not. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you. You know you're making the same cooking.
Me?
Yeah. What'd you do with my blue pencil?
It's
The black work better?
No, I used the black when I messed up. And had a correction.
Good job. You didn't even mess one up.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's probably one or two in there. Thank you.
Oh.
He's excited.
Mhm.
You good,
Sorry,
Bob?
Bob.
That's how long it should take. I'm done.
I didn't have a roller.
It's gonna take me a lot longer.
It
The
don't
cutting
matter. I
part
could have
is-
done it with the damn
The
scissors.
cutting part isn't the problem.
The cutting part ain't the problem, but if you use the damn roller, I promise you shit ain't gonna be square, because it took me a quick minute to get the hang of cutting decent with that without moving the thing. I figured out that it doesn't really require a whole lot of holding force like a skill saw against the fence. It's just kind of a suggestion. Otherwise, it gets crooked. All right. Yes, the mashed potatoes will be fine. Okay.
I guess they're outside now, or is that still inside? That's inside the building.
All right. I'm going to show you on this piece. I know you're smoking. You can come over here. Pay attention. I'm not going to actually cut this right now because I'm going to do mine a little bit different since I have the material and just want to be different. we're going to take a piece of this stuff with one zipper pull on it, and we're going to make it just a little bit shy by about a 1/2 inch on either side of, I mean, it'd be the same for mine. So I'll go ahead and cut this. We're going to make it roughly about a 1/2 inch shy on either side so that it doesn't interfere with your seams when you sew on the bottom on. I should have moved the zipper pulls. That's going to be fun. Well, now you guys get to learn how to put zipper pulls on. This will be exciting. I don't like coming off backwards when I don't want to tear the zipper up. It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't want to do this through the whole thing as zippers. I'm just going to make the zippers weak. All right, so now mine's on there. I'd really rather it be here. Let me show you how you would do it. You're going to take your 2 ends. You're going to take your zipper. And you're going to make sure that your teeth, see down here, I got lucky because I don't actually have teeth right there, but make sure that your teeth are somewhat aligned here. We're good because let's see what we got going on. My left hand's going to be to make this difficult as shit. You're going to feed those inside of there like that. Grab the back side and use your thumb to try to push it forward as you use your fingers to try to guide the zipper inside of there until you think you've got it in there, and then pull. Okay, that's exactly how you get it on there. So that'll work good for me right there right now. So I'll do this one more time. Just break the zipper apart.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You want to try it? All you got to do is break the zipper apart just a little bit.
And that's the bottom, this is the top. Sorry.
Backwards.
This way.
Yep.
Do I need to do it more?
Mm-hmm. You can pull it apart more if you need to. See, there you go. Just the other side did it too.
Yeah.
Your problem is right here. Right here. You see, you only have that little tiny spot, and they're hitting that thing. Yep.
Yep, but it was just that one. It's keeping them together, but far enough apart of this. See?
Now that's fine.
Okay.
Now you can't be coming out the back with either side, or it won't lock back together.
Oh, just all the way out the back?
They have to come out the back at the same time. Because it's literally right after this bull nose. If you look at the here, let's understand the zipper a little more, and then you'll understand what's more going on. You see the bull nose right here?
Mm-hmm.
it stops right back there, right? So right behind that bull nose is where those teeth are forced together by this and by this. So both pieces need to be going behind this shield at the same time. You can't like put one in and then the other. Here, let's do something. Here, let's just take it off. No, let's give me this. Here's what we'll do. Where's, whoa, how big is your bottom?
Me? 20 inches.
Your bottom's 20 inches?
Wait, bottom?
Is that your bottom?
My bottom is 16. So 15.5. If I have a 16-inch bottom.
16-inch bottom, you want about a 15 and a half. No, you want about a 15.
15? Okay. Oh, so you'd go about a half inch, not.
Yeah, well, actually 3/4 of an inch because you want
Okay.
3/8 of an inch seam. So if you're saying yours is how big?
16.
16. So we're going to put this on 16 and cut it at 1. So that'll give you a 15-inch zipper. And then that'll give you ½ inch on each side. Did everybody get that? Are we all on the same page now? I use my good system on this.
Sorry.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
Move, bro. Everybody got a zipper pull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whenever you're ready, my shit's ready. Well, I just did something different. That's a totally different color. Totally different thing.
I did it.
Did you? Good job. See, there you go. You're right, Mark. Most people don't know how. If you did what I'm doing to these two right here to most people, they would struggle just like they are because it just doesn't make sense in your brain. Your whole life, you've been told there's a little metal piece that goes in there first, and one side's already on the zipper. That is called a separating zipper. A zipper like what's on your jacket is a separating zipper. The zipper on your blue jeans is called a latching zipper. That's what that little metal bar does. It locks in between the teeth so that it doesn't fall down.
Was I supposed to leave the zipper down here in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
I moved all the way to the top. I'll do it again.
You need help, baby girl?
No.
I will help you because
Nope,
you still need to cut out your bottom.
I know.
You want me to cut out your bottom for you, or you want to do it all by yourself? Okay. Well, how long have we been live? We've been live almost 2 hours now. I guess we could end the live and we can finish the cushions and we can share them next week. Captive slides. There you go. Mark's got the name. I could not come up with. There you go. Good job. I could not come up with captive slide to save my life.
Oh my God.
Yep, you went too far the wrong way. Zip back the other way.
This way?
No. Well, now you get to start over. There you go. Go. Stop.
Oh, stop.
Right there. Don't go no further. It's zipped up on both sides of it, right?
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Diesel.
Y'all still want to sit here and watch us do all this BS, or would you rather we just end the live now and show you what we got done next week? Because we still a little bit away from seeing a finished cushion.
Oh, yeah.
I got caught in a zipper. That didn't hurt as bad as unzipping it.
Diesel James.
I zipped my pants up real quick. Felt a real bad sting. Looked down. It looked like I had lunch meat hanging out my zipper. I was like, oh, I don't think that's supposed to be there. All right. So now on your pillow, you can do, I guess we'll set you up. Put that on camera so we can see. Can't see what the people can see. Diesel, stop. Oh, so sorry. All right. Move that aside. You don't even need that right now. Which side of this is supposed to be your inside?
This is the outside.
The outside? Why
Yeah,
would you have drawn on the outside?
It's the mark she told me. You told.
That's the inside.
Oh, then I guess the other side is the outside.
Don't tell me what I told you. I know what the hell I told you. Take your ruler. Go down one side right here. Even with it. Fancy little quirky thing. Anyway, I'm not doing it for you. Line that up. Make sure you're pretty parallel right there.
Okay.
Under all line. All right, now you're going to take this, go to the sewing machine once I change this foot. And you're going to put this even with that line right there. We'll start you off going this direction. So you'll put this even with the line about that far down. Press of foot will go all the way up against this right here, and the needle will be sewing right next to that. So this thing's going to want to walk around, move around, do all kinds of weird things. To get started, it'd be easier thing's not in your way. You can always move it back down, move it around. But get it on there and get it started. The pressure foot will go up against these teeth. You'll see it, you'll feel it.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to hold everything together as you go. Otherwise your zipper is gonna get all wonky and you're gonna have a hard time cutting it open.
Okay.
These really should be done a different way because of the way this fabric is, but we can heat this edge and it won't unravel. But in a perfect situation, what we would do is take this right here, fold this over right here from this side being your outside, right?
Right.
You fold this over. Now you can do this because this is how I'm going to do mine. Fold it over like this and then stitch right down, put the pressure foot up against it and stitch right down through there. Just makes a nicer, cleaner looking thing. But if that's what you want to do, then what you need to do is measure up like whatever this is. Find out what this is. What is this?
Inch and 3/4 or inch and a quarter. No.
Why
Inch
don't
and
you
3/8.
why don't you just move that line to make it an even like 2 inches? What is this?
Inch and 3/8.
Inch and 3/8?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna want to put a mark. You're gonna want to do it at 1/2 inch, and then the full. All right,
Okay.
and you're gonna cut it here because you're gonna fold this back. So we know that we're going to have to add 2 inches to your overall, right, with your zipper. So with your zipper piece being in there and your 1/2 inch overlap, your next piece is going to need to be 2.5 inches. I would make it 3. Then once you get it all sewed together, lay it back out and remeasure your piece to be the size it needs to be. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Does it?
So.
Let's try doing this in a different light. Put this right here at 1.5 inches right here.
Okay.
And then at 2 inches. I don't have glasses on, so I can't exactly tell where my marks are. Do the same thing. You're going to cut it off here. This will be your fold line. That's what you can fold to.
Okay. Do you have the pencil sharpener out still? Fabric's rough on pencils.
Yes,
It is.
Thank you.
Let's see if anybody answered about whether or not they want to stay on this boring live. Yeah, this stuff, I don't know how long it's been since you've used Sunbrella, but Sunbrella's come a long way. It doesn't unravel that bad. You have to really tug on it to unravel it. But using a hot knife in here in this enclosed room, it would make me sick. Well, we still have 11 people watching. I think 2 people told us we could do what we wanted to. Did you get it? Okay.
It's spot on.
Now cut another piece as long as that is 2.5 inches. Which side your zipper going on? That thing's square, right?
Yeah.
All right, so cut another piece that's the same width as that, that's 2.5 inches or 3 inches wide.
The same length.
What is this? Is
That's
this
from
exactly
us.
the same?
Yeah, it was.
Or does it need to be cut off on that blue line down there?
Well, I don't remember which way it came off.
Well, it shouldn't matter if it's the same size, which way it came off.
That's the same. So now it just needs to be 2 or 3 inches wide.
No, just leave that alone. We'll cut it afterwards. Stop with what you're doing here. Is this your inside or outside?
This needs to be outside.
Out.
Right?
Okay, now the other piece that you already knew where it was matched up, what did you do? It should be matched up to this. Grain's going totally opposite direction here.
Oh, wait, right here. Right there.
All right, and this is your inside. Where's your zipper?
Right there.
What you need to do is mark a 1/2 inch on the from here down on both sides. Make it to where you can fold this thing over a 1/2 inch, and we'll get the iron turned on and iron this down. And what you'll end up doing is flipping this over this way, taking your zipper with zipper up, putting it on here like this, and we'll stitch down that zipper so it'll give you a nice clean zipper hole. Okay. All right, I'll get you all screwed up here. Which way was which now? I screwed it up. You had it figured out, and then I screwed it. That's not right.
Hang on, where'd the blue go?
It's on the other side, right there. But this is your inside, right? Or your outside.
I don't have one specifically, but yeah.
This should be your outside.
Okay.
So you need to mark 1/2 inch both ways. Wait, you don't, yeah. We'll just cut it all after you get it put together. So mark 1/2 inch both ways, and then we'll get you all ready to iron.
2.5 inch strip, right?
Just make it wild, Chase. 3 inch, whatever you got. Because we're gonna, once we get all your zippers put in for you guys, because we're doing the little fancy fold right there. Once we get the zippers in and get your piece put back together, then you can square up your piece and recut it. You understand?
So make it big.
Yeah, just don't go crazy. You shouldn't need more than 2.5, 3 inches. She's just got a wild scrap piece over here.
How do you shoot?
Well, you could literally just make it as long as it needs to be. Where's the length of it? What's the length?
I don't know.
Well, how do you know that's going to even work?
I know it's longer than what I need.
What?
Chase, can I have the pencil sharpener?
What I'm trying to tell you is if you just square up one end of that thing right there and then make it, look at me. If you square off one end of that and make it as long as it needs to be and square it
Diesel
off so it's
change,
the perfect
go.
length, you can leave that wild right there and we'll cut it off in the end.
Okay.
It just needs to be as long but square to that edge right here. What do you need?
Can you find
I guess the
something
big
to
plastic
do?
thing.
Y'all don't drive me to smoking. I got one in my hand, one in my mouth, and I don't even know where my lighter is.
Sorry, the dog is driving me insane.
Diesel.
I think I'm just hangry. I need a Snickers, I guess.
Oh, no, that's not long enough.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Zoom tight. You need you to slide down a little bit so it jumps out. I'm gonna try to get it in here for a second.
Are you done with it?
Yeah, you got it.
Sorry, I don't have anything outside. Just a small ruler. Diesel James. Stop. Why do you pick the worst times to be crazy? Diesel James, you are being ugly. Yes, sir, you are being ugly right now. Best thing you've done all night.
Yeah, I just thought about
What?
on both of your edges, mark up 1 inch and draw a line across there. Because I don't have to try to teach you how to iron too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying now, right? Like here, on this edge here, whichever edge, on your inside, mark up 1 inch, and draw a line. Do the same thing on that, on the inside.
Right here.
Yeah, what's going to be the inside?
I guess this side.
Okay. So are you cutting that off there?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that right there.
Why?
Because that's 3 1/4. So that's all I need.
And I said to just square it, cut that off, and leave it in case you fuck up. Then we don't have to do it again. Now this is going to be your back side. Come up from this edge, 1 inch, draw your line. Do the same thing here. Make sure you're on the back side here. Whichever side you're doing. Come up 1 inch, draw a line. You understanding that, baby girl?
Whichever one on
You,
that side.
you remember the 1/4 inch thing I told you to do?
Yeah, I've already drawn the line for it.
Yeah, well, now I'm telling you to just go 1 inch and do a line.
Okay.
Because you got to iron that
On
one
this piece too?
on both.
Okay.
Make sure you pay attention to that iron that is on, because you're going to have to seam these down or you all won't have a chance. I would iron them myself, or I will iron mine. Ironing can be your best friend when it comes to sewing.
Diesel, quick.
No. Sorry, please. What do you do about besides driving me insane? I'm pretty good at that though.
Diesel, stop.
It's a good thing because I did a 1/4 inch anyways, and I was like, that looks really small. Oh my goodness.
Diesel James.
Yeah, I want to hurt him.
You're getting ready to get put in timeout. Go outside. Diesel James, go outside.
Find something to do.
Go.
Out.
All right, Chase, you
Oh,
got
I
that.
need to do this one still. Oh, I did my half.
Is that 1 inch?
He's just
Yeah.
trying to take a break, Dad.
No, that's okay. He's moving for me to be able to get back out, I think. Back in.
So the 1/2 inch I marked over here, I don't need.
No, you just need 1 inch on one edge of that one and 1 inch on the other one. Diesel, get out. Out. Stay out.
Oh, didn't you fix it?
I did.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just didn't
I
want to
guess it's
pull on
not.
it.
Yeah,
if
it's
it
fine.
wasn't.
He ain't coming through that.
Yeah,
I guess I'm gonna have to put another whole thing
Well,
up
no,
there.
I just
He
wanted to-
keeps running into it and jamming it up. Is what's happening.
This pencil is. I'm gonna need another black color pencil because this.
I'm sorry.
No, it's just aggravating.
You don't need a special fabric pencil. Any colored pencil will work.
I know it's one of my colored pencils. It's what I color with.
Are you good? Watch those scissors, dude. You just spun them around. We gotta wait on Amanda, and then we'll
For what?
bring it over here and fold it. Show you how to fold it and iron it. You got your 1 inches done? Both of them? Okay. Well, I'm going to finish this first. If I can tell you how to do it, you want to get yours started? Whatever you do, make sure that you stay on top of this pad. Do not melt my stuff. You're going to take this and fold this edge over till it comes to that line right there that you just made on
The
there.
1 inch line.
1 inch line. We've been sitting here waiting on an iron that wasn't even turned on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can wait a minute.
I usually use the iron backwards like this right here because of that little shelf on it. And I just keep it folded over like that and just keep backing my iron up. Fold it over to where it stays even with that and just keep backing the iron up. If you go forward, it's going to want to push the material in different directions. We still waiting on the iron. Does it act like it's fucking got steam going on in there? See what happens when you do it that way. It's not taking the iron very well. And it did. It did crease it where you'll be able to keep it there and sew it. That's what you got to do. You got to get this creased on that line all the way down. Do the same thing on your other one. And then Chase needs to do the same thing too. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
No, you're fine.
I'm running into every damn
To
thing.
make sure I stay out of your way.
You want to move this table right here in front of your business?
I don't care.
It's fine. Can you not get in there?
Yeah, I can. I was just making sure I wasn't gonna be in your way. Sorry, I have my methods.
There's still 10 people watching. We've been going for how long? We've been going for
2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
It tells you on top.
We should have a cushion by midnight.
Are we doing it all today?
Well, yeah, it's a 30-minute cushion.
Well, I thought you said.
Oh, do you want to stop now? You want to end this?
I
You
thought
really
we
need
were
to move
doing,
that water, dude, because it was like right in front of the camera.
Oh.
Huh?
I thought we were doing like 2 parts, so I don't know.
No, I was joking about that, but if that's what you want to do, we can do that. Are you legit going to quit, or are you going to finish it?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on it now.
If we stop this for a second part, are you going to quit now and only work on it when we go live again, or are you going to finish it?
No, I'll work on it.
I don't think Chase is on the same page as you. Chase wants to finish his.
Okay, we'll finish it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to give in to her all the time, dude.
I know.
Gee, thanks, Father.
You're welcome, daughter. Welcome back, Miss Shay. Robin, honestly, if you would follow my instructions, you could have hand sewn this pillow by now.
Hey.
Get your thread and your needle and your piece of foam, and I'll tell you what sizes to cut everything. Tell me how big your foam material is. I'll tell you how big to cut everything and how to cut it and where to sew it. We do have another iron, but I don't know where it is.
It's okay. I'm amazed I stitched something together.
We still got to cut foam. Let's get them stitched together first, then we'll worry about cutting foam. I'm not even going to get mine done. I'm the one that actually fucking needs it.
Sorry.
Miss Shay, you can still jump in here if you want. Herbie, you're welcome to jump in here if you want. Anybody's welcome to jump in here.
He wasn't feeling good.
No, Herbie wasn't feeling good.
I'm almost done, too.
You're fine.
So extra.
Did it work?
It's working.
Okay.
Can I just steal your chair?
Yeah, I just don't want to remove it, but I have that for it.
Look at these fancy irons. I gotta crease mine by hand. I gotta change the foot. I need the feet. I need the tote. The tote of feet.
Feet. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Did you see how he showed me?
What is that noise in there?
It's you doing that coming through his iPad.
That's as low as I can make the
Yeah.
sound go.
Even mine does that. It's like just one little click that it won't go.
I'm trying to find one that I think y'all be able to drive, but let's go this one. I figure.
One that we can drive.
Can you put this up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that little one right there? How little the foot is?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What?
I gotta have that back to you.
Sorry.
Hey, y'all is.
How was you?
A lot better than I was earlier today.
Are you? Good. I was gonna ask if you're feeling any better.
Is that not echoing through them?
Can you hear an echo?
Yes, but I think it's because I got too many devices open.
No, because we got something going on over here.
No, I let my speaker get down to 40.
Oh, how is it now? How's that echo?
I still hear it.
Ain't here, nothing.
Oh god.
You might just need to close my iPad.
How come I wasn't hearing it all this time? Oh, because you've had it on your ear.
Yeah.
Hello, Denise.
I'll put my
Again.
headphone back there.
No, it don't matter.
Steve C says he
You
don't
just
hear an
can't
echo.
just turn it on and leave it sit over there?
It don't work like that. It's gotta sense it in your ear. It's got sensors on it.
Did you turn it off?
No, it's in my ear.
Okay.
All the way down. I'm used to having one in my ear.
Wait, which one am I in?
You sure?
Oh, my chair. Thanks.
You done?
Yeah. I'm iron.
Huh?
I'm iron.
Your iron?
Yeah.
I did already.
Okay.
I'll read comments as soon as I get this.
You're fine.
I hear it again.
See,
I wonder if this one died. There it is.
Steve says, "Oh, you're in this one, Herbie." Yeah, but I had 3 StreamYards pop open at one time. I had to
3
figure out which one
StreamYards?
I was in. Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, let me iron my one piece of mine that I have, and then I will show you on mine how you do yours. That way it's not unfair because I sold somebody else's.
I mean, you can so much.
Oh no, these are all you.
Y'all just gonna get to see the top of my head again.
We're just happy to see you at all, Herbie.
The boss is home, and since we rearranged the living room, she don't want to be seen.
Oh,
That's fair.
I understand that completely.
And I can't run as fast as I used to.
Okay. So I didn't exactly make mine like I should have, but you're gonna have to come over yonder. Over here. Take a chair. Easy. The chair's
I'm
the
just
problem.
glad to see y'all again.
We were gone 1 week.
On 1 week already. 1 week.
Huh?
Okay. So
I missed y'all.
I have got to move this.
Yeah, Steve said, just tell her we can't see her. Yeah. She sees this monitor above my head. She can see herself.
Okay, so if you look at where the needle is now, I have the needle set to where the needle is actually coming out, almost flush with the foot over here, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my, what is it? Zipper. With the zipper pull side facing up. I'm gonna start here roughly about a 1/2 inch back because that's what we've allowed for, right? Take the zipper in the piece.
Oh.
Got this wrong again. Hang on a minute. Had it right first time, you guys. Hold on. I shouldn't second guess myself. I knew what I was doing. Kill that ant right there.
Oh,
Yes, Steve. The
What?
boss does always find a way to get more work out of you.
Okay. So don't worry about it. So anyway, like I was saying, it's flush with this side of the foot.
And you want your fabric right next to the zipper?
You want your fabric to be, I'm going to start back here. You want your fabric to be even with the edge of this and your fabric to be even with your zipper. You see my zipper thing is going to cause this to be obscured. So I'm going to move this down here, and I may end up having to take it off and pull it back around. We'll see. But I'm going to keep this lined up like that right there. Hold on to my strings. That one is not up under there. So we'll just lift this up real quick. There we go. Put that down. Hold on to my strings. Take off. And then I'm going to back up just a little bit. Why am I not backing up? It's eating my thread and going to break. Something was already wadded up in the bottom, I guess.
might have been my
Oh. See how hard this is? Keep that over there. I'm already kind of off a little bit, so I'm going to stay off the same distance all the way down just so that it looks right. I'm pulling my zipper, see?
Right.
But I'm not pulling. I'm pulling my zipper and making my cloth lay in, and then I'm just relaxing. I'm just keeping it snug so it stays in line.
Ken McCory just come in and say, "Hey, now."
Hello.
Hey, Ken.
Hey.
There was the problem. It was on a weird stitch. I guess I bumped that and didn't realize it. That's why it was going back and forth.
Okay.
Oh man.
Once you've come so far, you want to look back here and make sure that everything's looking good. Looks pretty good to me. I wish I'd used a different thread other than white, but these are just test pillows, guys. You're not going to get this perfectly straight. It works good if we had basting tape to put here to hold them down before you come up here and try to stitch them.
Ken, I want to know, what are you doing?
All over the place. This is why I said don't worry about your piece, because we'll put everything together and then square them back up before we attach them to the bottom. See, this is going to be a whole problem for me. I can't. I'm just going to have to just take it all the way off and start over on the other end, I guess. But you see how I've gotten off. But I'm not going to panic about it. It's in the back of my cushion. Nobody's really going to see that back there.
Ken, I believe they're making cushion covers.
You can stitch around the zipper at the end right there.
Making cushions.
You can just zip around the zipper
Cushions.
right there at the end.
Oh,
Yeah. What?
I know they can hear me. I said we're making cushions, not cushions covers.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. But you see, this is not exactly perfect, but if you look at the zipper wasn't exactly perfect. You know what I mean? The zipper was going everywhere to begin with. But it doesn't matter, guys. Once we get the other piece on there, then we'll lay them back out, square them back up, and then we'll have our bottom right. And instead of being in the back of the cushion where the zipper thing can poke you in the ass, it's going to be on the bottom in the back where you're not going to sit anyway.
It's just there.
All right, now I can't do my other piece, but you would end up doing the other piece the same way. You just bring it around, make sure you're kind of lined up across here, put it in there, and you kind of got to go this way
Okay.
with your other piece in there and go. We could set it up to go the other way, but it's just easier. This part here, you can just fold, maybe, and fold again into like a tube so that it'll go right through the machine and not be anything that's all in your way.
Jerry Ken said you make somebody a fine wife.
Yep. Oh,
Sorry, I'm trying to get out of here.
that's why I can do so well without one.
Are you doing yours?
I can, unless you want to do yours first.
It's all mine.
Okay. Are you scared? I'm lying. I'm scared.
I may not really care at this point.
Well, you don't be wasting material.
Well, no, but
Oh,
Make sure your zipper pull's facing up. Did you say he is?
I said ow.
I thought you said he is. Like he's not even looking at the damn zipper. Just don't be scared. If you get off a little bit, do your best to get it back into line and go with it. It'll all straighten out in the end.
Watch toes. Sorry.
Where does my that foot ride's right along the zipper, right?
Yep. Just make sure your fabric stays over there now. You've got to make sure you're stitching on your fabric. Don't go between the fabric and the zipper. Otherwise, you're just sewing the zipper and not the fabric in there.
Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna be zipper. So the zipper there.
Move forward. Oh.
Sorry.
These damn lighters dead. Both damn dead. You can move up there.
Chris Nealon's in here. Hello, folks.
Howdy, Chris.
Hello.
Robin leave? She
She's probably
look,
lurking.
she go look for thread and a needle.
I feel like I got one.
Oh, sorry to hear about the hour thing, Shay. It's kind of sucks, especially when you're looking forward to school being out so you can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Do you need technical assistance there, technician?
And speak of the devil, there's Robin. Chris says, my wife is a quilter. Sounds very familiar. Threads all over the house. LOL.
Is that my ashtray right there? Yeah. How'd it go?
It could have been better, but I think I did pretty okay.
Looks pretty good from here.
I mean, it's not the straightest thing in the world.
Not bad. Add your other piece on there and go with it.
You know, Chase, Amanda's getting you trained.
Do what, Herb? I'm sorry.
Amanda's getting you trained. I always said it would take a hell of a person to put up with Amanda after being raised by me.
Hello, Charles.
Maybe it wasn't a hell of a person to put up with Amanda. It would be she would have higher expectations out of somebody with ability or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My brain won't put the words in my mouth.
In other words, you set the ladder a high level for her.
Yeah, there you go.
Between two of us, we can get it out, Jerry.
My brain was not going to put words in my mouth proper.
Me.
I was in the middle of trying to say that, and all I had in my head was, pass me the butter, man. Oh, don't give me none of that, Pam.
Here we go again. I thought we were over that.
I was singing that for days, man. I was singing it, but I could not figure out what the words were supposed to be. That's all I had was pass me the butter, man.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. Do you know the song I'm talking about?
What?
I wasn't even listening. I was too busy.
Pass me the butter, man.
I don't know.
I can't stand that shit called Pam. What?
I
never heard that one.
Oh, one of those was not the correct size.
Chris says my wife won't even hem my PJs.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that the piece that you bought that you made for the tail is either bigger than your actual piece or is not long enough.
It's not long enough.
How is it not long enough, Chase? You had one thing to do. You're really not gonna like this thread ripper. You're gonna get your first dose of that.
This one?
Yep.
That wasn't a bad
I'll be back.
bad stitch either.
Do you need instructions on how to use the thread ripper?
I'm gonna just go down each side and
Facing down?
Nope, facing up. Why don't you measure before you just decide for sure? I can already tell you this is your bottom and this is the piece that was supposed to go with it. This was supposed to be your piece right here, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
The biggest problem you got to contend with right now is all that back stitching you did to make sure that it wouldn't come apart. You got to get in underneath here and find these bottom threads down in the bottom right here and break them. Once you break them, it will start to let loose a little bit. You get through some more of this. But you got to be careful right here on the end because you will unravel the zipper material. That's why I'm trying to show you. Now that it's come like that, all you got to do is just keep coming here and doing that. Pull. Come in here and snag the bottom one that you can see. Pull. See that one down there?
Mm-hmm.
That's one I'm going after, but I'll end up cutting the one up above it. Pull. Be careful that you're not stabbing in, because this is sharp. Don't stab into your zipper material. Don't stab into this material and then cut, because that thing will shred it. It is razor sharp down in there. So see, that one's a little tight. I know what I'm doing, but I would not advise you to do that. If you can't get in there easy like that right there, go to your next one and then just open it up some more.
Okay.
So you just go to your next one, open it up some more. Don't force in here if you're not sure what you're doing, because if you cut the wrong thing, then you're gonna have a hole.
Okay.
Question for
I'm
you.
coming.
No, I don't know. Do I start here or do I start up here?
Start on the zipper
Start on the zipper.
or a little in front of the zipper, whichever you prefer. If you start up here, whatever thread you see showing will be consistent all the way across. You won't end up with a little piece where you don't see any thread. You know what I mean? Never stab your zipper. I is back. Welcome back. Hey, Charles.
Hello. Sorry. Concentrating.
Pass me the butter, man. There's a bathroom on the right. There's another one for bad moon on the rise. And there's a bathroom on the right. So you need to mark the other one 1 inch, re-iron it, make sure you get all those loose threads out of there. Charles says, sup, man, doesn't taste.
Hello.
Here you
You sure you don't want to keep that?
go. For now.
Jay says he's not ever using the thread ripper again.
It wasn't that bad. What am I measuring? An inch?
An inch. Now, is that side really straight? Well, you just put your straight edge up to it.
Yeah.
Your thread break. Your thread broke. You know you can.
Why is this happening to me?
I don't know, but I can't get in here and see what happened or fix it. You're fine. Just watch your foot. The problem was you pulled.
Oh.
You pulled trying to steer too much, and you pulled the needle over. So now that we're at this stage right here, guys, let's check this bobbin. That's down here.
Mhm.
This little latch thing right here, you pull out on it, and the whole thing comes out. We don't have a whole lot left in there. It's enough to get us through, but considering what we're going through right now, and the fact that I have 50 million of these things, we'll just go ahead and change it. Nothing aggravates me more than for the bobbin to run out in the middle of sewing something, because the top thread's still putting it down. All right, they're supposed to be an easy way to find this thread, but I've not found the easy way yet. I somehow just managed to find it. Now, once you get this part, if in doubt, look at this. This is your thing sitting here looking at you like this. The thread goes off of it away. So I always put this in my left hand with this up against my thumb, and I always know my thread's going that way. Stick it in, grab the bobbin so it doesn't spin, bring the thread in here, and come down here and pop it in. See, it just went inside there.
Okay.
That's all you have to do. And then you stick it back in there. This thing here will only go in one place.
Oh, yeah.
So you stick it in and push it. And while you're in here, if you see any fuzzies, pull them out, blow them out, dust them out, whatever. Pop that back up. We don't have thread up here right now, so I'm going to bring this through here. I don't like using that thing. I don't need it this time.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Irby.
Hello.
One thing that we did not do that I did not tell you to do was thread's got to go within there. We didn't do that last time. So it's amazing we've got as far as we did. Now that that's done, hold on to this, turn this till it goes down, and let this thread here go in. You see it's taking it in there. See it?
Yeah.
Till the needle comes up. Once the needle comes up, come on now. It will pull that thread up and down below you. Sometimes you got to wiggle the handle back and forth for it to let go of it. Because what's actually happening, so that you understand, this thing down here is going back and forth. So when the needle comes down with the thread and has the thread sticking down, this is shooting thread inside of it. Then it comes back up and it's locked into the bottom. So it's just crossing it, looping it, making a loop for the thread to go through.
Okay.
So it has to come undone from around the ring in there. So once you've done that, make sure that you fold that back up, just back on, smack it into place, then fold the stand out. Don't try to put it on there with the thing out because it torques it to level everything out. It'll get it all distorted. Now, because of what you got going on right here, no. We're going to cut
Chris
these
says
off.
his wife wants a long arm machine.
I wanted a long arm machine for a long time, but I don't see the need in it anymore. That string under there. That one out over here. Where did it go? Where?
It's not long enough.
If you don't, it'll get tangled up in here. What the hell we got going on? So you come right back to just about ahead of where you were, right? Come back down to where you're going to pin in there, and you're going to try to pin this. If you just hold your finger right here and go a little bit. If you're nervous or scared, you can always hold this and make your first couple of stitches. See, we're going to quite miss.
Okay, Chris.
The stitch. So go a couple of times by hand. See, you could sew this whole thing by hand if you wanted to. It's still going to be the same tight stitch as you had before. Now you're good to go. I would suggest wow. Well, it's working for you, but this was supposed to be over here. This was supposed to be up against the zipper.
Oh.
But it's working for you. It actually came out better than what ours is. That's what we should have done.
That's what I was doing on ours.
Was it?
I guess it's fine. I did it.
So it kind of got me confused now. Now I'm scared to hit the gas pedal.
Yes. I try not to break it.
It's okay. Keep on braking. Keep on braking. Well, first thing tomorrow morning, guys, I'm taking the time to finish mine up because my butt really needs it.
I think I'm getting a little too far now. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Just work your way back over.
Robin, all of us. That's what's up.
It is getting a little late, isn't it?
Yeah, you've been here 2:53.
Well, almost 3 hours for a 30-minute pillow. Not too bad.
You're welcome.
We ain't got nothing but time.
Me
If they're learning something, it's worth it. That's what it's for. That's what this is all about, really, tonight, is them learning.
definitely learned how to break things.
That's all you learned out of tonight.
No. I learned a lot.
Robin wanting to see how far y'all got, so he says we're all good.
This did not work.
And Robin says, "Thank
You're
you
not.
for being
Let
on
me
so
ask you a
long."
question. Are you pulling on that in the back or pushing it through?
Not hard.
Because you shouldn't really be pushing it at all. The machine will walk it through. All this hand's doing right here, listen to me, is like the scroll saw. You're just steering the material. And this back here is just feeding what's going in. You're steering here and feeding here. And the machine's doing the rest. You just keep going with it. You just move with it.
Jerry
When you
Brown
pull too
says
hard,
it's all
when you
learning.
break needles, break thread. When you pull too hard, when your stitch gets off and gets wacky, and when your material starts going in two different directions. Did you do a back stitch there?
No, I was about to.
Okay, go ahead.
I come completely off it. Not
Hit the
just
button.
the- No, I'm asking, do I not come completely off first?
All right, yeah, just barely. You don't have to. If you're right close to the edge, it doesn't matter because you got another 3/8 seam going through there.
I don't know. See, like, what do I do there?
What's wrong?
I wasn't really wanting to flip back.
Go forward. Just hit the gas pedal. You got to raise the foot before you can move it.
Brad's supposed to go under.
Yeah, I was lifting the foot. I don't know if that's.
Let's see what you got.
That's not gonna hold.
Why is
I
it
mean,
not
I
gonna
did
hold?
good at first. Then when I started back, it got. Yeah. I need to do a second one.
I think I'm Santa Claus now.
Sorry.
I did not mean to burn it. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't burn it. Or did you do something different?
No, I was like, we were sitting here like watching it go for. I was expecting it to go out too in just a second. We were just watching it go, and when it did, you finally, I was just like, sorry, you got a burnt spot now. But it'll be in the seam, so it'll be okay.
We'll see it, yeah.
this way or do I go that way?
Yep. You gotta turn it around and come from the other end, though. Oh no, yeah, you gotta turn it around and come from the other end.
Dances with Aardvarks Mike is asking, when can I order my 3-piece suit?
Yeah, that'd be the 6th Tuesday of the 14th month in 84, I think.
If you need it any faster, Robin's DIYs will fix you right up.
Yep, she'll hot glue you one. Do not recommend wearing it in the summer.
Or to the lake. Or the pool, I mean.
Or even out of the house. I know a girl that did that for Halloween. She made herself what was that Indian maiden that
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, and she got leather and stuff from me, and I made the skirt for her. I made her everything. She was supposed to take it home and sew it. Well, somehow, some way, she broke the sewing machine and didn't want to tell me, so she just hot glued it all. Went to a bar wearing a thong and a little skimpy bra underneath all of this stuff out there dancing, and it all just started falling off. She won top prize for a costume party, though, for the costume contest.
Mike says, I don't need a hot glue pine cone suit, Herb.
Why not? Pine cones strategically located for comfort and scratchability in the right places.
That's it.
Hey, I'm sure some of it'll have some broken glass on it too. Yep. Just make sure your ends are even.
Laughing at Mike.
No. Chase, you got to help her out here. Which side she's on? I think she's on the right. I think I told her the wrong side. Yeah, no, you got to put your little end in. Chase did his big end because he sewed to his big end first. You sew to your piece first. So your piece will be on the machine side, like that. Yeah. Pine cone suit with built-in anal beads.
Uh-oh.
You just said that out loud.
I was a little shocked.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh, God. Would that be called the Howdy Doody suit?
Didn't put that down, but-
That's what you didn't do last time.
But I noticed it right away.
Oh. Bart says the big honking green one.
Big honking green one.
Oh.
They just need to be resin. Somebody turn them on a lathe.
To be honest with you, I know somebody that is doing that.
Yeah, I do too. Making good money doing it too. Not just that, but other items.
Yep.
I'd be scared of splinters myself. I don't care how well you polish it.
Denise says, you like, why not? You like pine cones, don't Jerry says, I got a good more 25 keychains made. That stuff's some fumes. Seriously.
Yeah, you almost need a fume hood. Need to make you a fume hood, Jerry. Give me a draw you want up and sketch up real quick.
Couldn't you just put a vent hood in there?
All right, Steve. Thanks for coming hanging out with us, brother.
I'll see you later, Steve. Manana.
I can't wait till they start trying to sew these bottoms on these things. They think the zipper was hard. What's wrong?
I'm barely on it because I'm trying so hard to get it to go back over, but I can't.
I think you're going the wrong way.
Well, if in doubt, stop, cut your thread, back up, start over. You'll just have an extra stitch on the back of your pillow. It's your very first one. You can't expect perfection your first time.
Stop,
Lift your needle, lift your needle,
Oh,
lift your needle. Is your needle out? I can't tell.
Out. It's
Okay.
out.
If not, you have to do it by hand.
So drop.
Lift your foot. Move your material back where you need to be.
Jerry says, I use the respirator, but I need an exhaust.
Where do you need it to be?
Over here?
Then put your foot back down and start.
Oh, so it'll have two lines right there?
Yeah, but what
Okay.
else are you going to do?
No, okay. I was going to say two lines.
The one you can come back in and take out if you want to.
So
Just make
start.
sure you're overlapping and make sure you do a couple stitches forward, a stitch or two backwards, and go.
So I don't have to cut this right now?
No.
Shay says you're doing great.
Do I have to hold anything on the
Nope.
bottom?
That's why I didn't have you cut it. Whoa, you're going way back too far. You're back stitching way too far. You only need to back stitch like 3 or 4 stitches. We just may do lives all weekend, and I teach these kids how to sew, and we just make all kinds of push pillows and cushions and whatnots. Maybe even give some of them away.
I'll come over, but I'll be multitasking.
That'll be all right. We need another sewing machine. It's okay. Back up.
I got a nightmare going on over here.
What's that?
What I'm working on.
You've always got a nightmare. I don't know how you do that. I would go bonkers, man.
I can't do easy.
Okay, now before you do anything else, you see where your needle is?
Yeah.
You see the very end of the foot right here towards you?
Yeah.
That's about the distance that you should be back stitching.
Okay, yeah. So I need to lift that up before I put up.
No, the needle's out, isn't it?
Oh, wait, yeah, it is.
There you go. See, yours came out a little obscured. Your ends don't quite match up, but that's okay. We'll fix that. You did really good for your very first one. High five.
Good job.
Good job.
You did better than me.
Jay still gets a high five.
Mark says Amanda would have hated my junk sewing machine. Look at the treadle sideways. Took off at 100 miles an hour.
That's the way my old machine was, my industrial machine. I literally had to put my hand up on that hand wheel before I put my knee up on that thing. Or my knee. My foot was on my knee, but before I put my foot down on that pedal, I put my hand up there because that thing take off. it would just not do anything, not do anything, not do anything, and then take off 1,000 miles an hour. So I learned to put my hand up there to control the speed of it taking off. But that sewing machine scared her even when I used it. She wouldn't even be in the same room with it. Yeah.
Robin says, "Go, Amanda, go." Denise says, "Good job, Amanda."
Thank you. I have it AirPodded so I can hear them.
Oh. Mark says Zio's clutch motors or touches. They went from 0 to 100 in a blink.
Yeah, that's the way mine was. That's why I said I had to learn to put my hand up on that wheel. You learn how to grab it too. I rolled my pinky through that pulley on that thing 100 times. Go throw my hand up there to slow it down and run my pinky around that round belt. That's when I was doing car upholstery though. You need to bring that all the way down towards this end about as far as you can. And
But then it opens it up.
oh.
Yeah.
Put your needle down into the material. Turn the handle. Needle down. All right, now lift your foot. Hold your material and see if you can get the zipper to go by. Or just go around it. That's what we did.
It's just like fair popcorn. Slightly stale, but not really.
Fair popcorn on the last day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he looked up. He had a little
set of movies in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Mark said, "I just put a bigger pulley on the motor to slow it down. There's something saying."
A larger pulley on the motor. I ended up putting a smaller one on mine. A bigger one made it run faster. I put a bigger pulley on the head and a smaller one on the motor and slowed it down to something that I could control. And I still had to hold on to it when I hit it because it would take off 1,000 miles an hour. It'd just be, you just sit there and rattle and rattle and rattle and rattle and then just.
Hold on.
Come out right this time?
Yeah, a little crooked, but
It'll be all right. Now you need to cut all your loose threads and go back over there and square it back up to what size it is supposed to be. Which means you'll probably be cutting a lot off your little tiny ends. You need to be doing the same thing. Yours is a little obscured this way, so don't worry so much about that sideways obscurity. You don't. What are you doing with both pieces? So you're just going to worry about your distance that direction, what it's supposed to be, and then cut it off. Just measure from here down, put a mark, over there down, put a mark, put your straight edge on it, and cut it off what it's supposed to be.
Cut off on this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what it's supposed to be?
16 by 16.
Okay.
Jade says, "Tomorrow my dad will turn 64. Crazy. Tell him happy birthday."
Wow, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
happy birthday.
And then Mark goes,
All our friends said happy birthday.
Yeah, Shay's dad, but you know what's sad about that is he's not that much older than me. Now I feel old. I gotta go take my Geritol and go to bed.
"Somebody pass me the Geritol, please, and the prune juice."
Wait, Dad, I have
Wow.
to cut it. I have to cut off this one because I made this one 16 by 16. So cut off this one.
What is it from here down there? I need you to measure the other direction, please.
This way.
No, from here that way.
Is that even?
All right. Do 18 inches, 18 inches, and then cut it, and then turn it around and do 16, where you're taking a little bit off of this. But you don't want this thing in the middle where you're sitting.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? 18, cut it off, then turn it around and do 16.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
I got it backwards.
18, cut it, and then spin it around, do 16, 16, and cut it. I gotta see where Chase is at, make sure he's not doing himself over here. Looking good. What do you, that's where you're at? Okay. Good enough. Perfect job. I had another piece. I could be doing my other piece.
You want me to move
No, is this your stuff or my stuff?
my stuff?
What's the difference? You're not using it, right?
Mm-mm.
Not even a fucking chance in hell that was straight. Can you take some creases down for me?
let's go get me some aqua.
You kind of got to pull that middle in, dude, or it's just right here. It's, yes. Last one, so. I was trying to make me a nice cushion, and now I'm making me a shit cushion.
Good thing I know how to redo zippers.
We can make you a better one maybe this weekend.
Yeah, great.
You want an orange one?
No, you don't have enough orange to make a cushion for this chair.
Okay, where'd I leave off on the chats? Nancy said, my grandparents had a garment shop in New York. When they moved to the homestead, she bought one of those machines for her. Hurricane Andrew destroyed it.
Aw. hate hearing stories like that.
So, Dad. Oh, I'll wait till you're done.
What?
The problem is they're both 16 perfectly. Just in the midst of me messing stuff up, I moved them.
Let's see.
What?
And then
This
like-
piece is 16.
Yeah,
This piece is 16.
yeah,
That isn't even.
yeah.
So what do I do?
Unzip it and re-zip it back even.
Oh! Well, then that's going to be off. Does that matter?
What's going to be off?
Those?
Who cares?
Okay.
Okay, then Nancy said it was a manual treadle, but my grandfather added the motor. And then Mark said, looks like it's time to get a rotary cutter.
Have rotary cutters.
There you go. Look at Mark.
I was using a rotary cutter. They're just not using rotary cutters.
There he said, look at Mark racing to the end. They got to let the team learn old school first. And then Mark's taking off.
Good night.
Later, Mark.
See you, Mark.
Robin's asking, can we please
God
have some
almighty.
trivia?
Woo! That hurt.
Did you stitch your thumb?
Are you okay?
No, I didn't stitch my thumb. This screw right here,
Mm-hmm.
this big one, I
Yeah.
was trying to hold my zipper thing out of the way and it came down and crushed my thumb in there.
Ooh.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, Robin wants trivia. Here's something.
Why don't you do this stuff on your shows? I don't ever see you doing trivia on your shows
Yeah.
or playing hangman or
In
Drink.
1814, what'd we do?
I'll give you a trivia question. I'll bet you can't even figure out using Google. What is the one thing that has never happened in the month of May? One thing that has never happened in the United States in the month of May.
That question is for Robin only. Steve says the 4th of July celebration. Denise says snow.
No. It's not snow. It's not Christmas. It's nothing like that.
I know. It's never been 32 days.
No, not the answer.
Jerry Brown says one thing never happened in the month of May. 3 people sewing cushions.
3 people what?
Sewing cushions.
Oh. No,
And
that's
Shay
not
said
even-
hurricane.
Nope, not hurricane. Let me go ahead and tell you.
Yeah.
There's never been a United States president assassinated in the month of May. Or not assassinated, yeah. Died, I mean, not assassinated. Just died. There's not been a U.S. president that's died during the month of May. sitting or non. Assassinated. It's like they all get assassinated. Kind of messed up. And I'm struggling with this giant piece over here because of my left hand.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing. If we do this again, we're definitely bringing the big table out because I've not been able to do anything pretty much the whole show.
Steve said the month is still young.
Well, as of right now, there's never been a president that's died in the month of May. We may have our first. Okay. Now mine's caught up. I just got a lot of bullshit to deal with on mine. So now, ow, glasses, thank you. This is something y'all need to learn to do too, is change these feet. I cannot find the damn little wrench thing. It's just a little T-handled straight screwdriver looking thing. Like a golf shoe key.
Nancy says, now if anything happens, they will come investigate you.
Good.
It doesn't get stored on the machine, does it?
No. I got it out of here when I changed the foot earlier. Somehow it manages to always go all the way to the bottom.
Got it?
Yep. All right. Now, do I need to put the walking foot back on there, or do you think y'all are good with using a normal foot now?
Does a normal foot not walk?
Well, this will give you the 3/8. Well, it does walk on the bottom, but you kind of got to help feed the material. With this foot that I put on there for you guys, you don't have to feed the material. It'll do it itself. So when changing this out, you have to change this. Ordinarily, we would just change the foot. But with this walking foot, this has to go up on this arm up here. And you have to loosen the screw out enough that the whole thing will slide past so that that is over top of the arm.
Okay.
Then this slides all the way over. Can you do that? Because I'm really struggling with my fingers. Just tighten it up. And when you tighten it up with the key, you don't have to tighten it up like you're torquing ahead on a V8. I'm hungry.
Me too. I'm angry, I guess.
Yeah, I think Robin should have trivia on her channel.
You say say bridge?
No, play trivia on her channel.
Oh,
Anybody want to vote on that? I do.
I do.
Yep.
34.
I'm sure Chase is
All right,
in.
you got to snug it, son. You snug it. You just don't strip it or crack the plastic.
Can we get a vote from Denise and Nancy?
All right, so now your walking foot's back on. So with yours, I did not tell you to do it because you were in two different areas of going. This is your inside, so you need to fold this over. Make sure that these corners come together. Pull this down. Take your pencil and come inside and make a mark. Do the same thing on this side. Corners together. Poke it till it is there and make a mark. And then you got to fold it this way. Well, you do it with the pencil. It has some damn lead in it. You got to do it both directions on this and both directions on your top, but you didn't do your top to begin with, so you'll have to do the best you can.
Do what?
There's 6 votes for Robin to do trivia. And there's nobody opposing it, so guess what, Robin? You get to do trivia. Jerry, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Are they all scared to come over here and be on your panel?
Huh?
Are they all scared to come over here and be on your panel?
I think so. It has something to do with being associated with me, I think.
It seems like I'm the only one that ever shows up.
Because nobody else wants to be seen associating with me.
But I love you, man.
I love you too, brother. But I kind of got that don't give a shit attitude, you know. I'm here for the people that want to come. All right, I fixed yours because you didn't do it in the beginning. You didn't get instructed to, but you got to do the other one yourself.
Jerry said he had to do some resin work.
Sharpen the blue one or something. That one sucks. Thank you.
Denise says, Herb, she had too much to drink. I don't think she'll remember.
Now make sure you do it on the.
But Denise, I'm sure as a good friend as you are, you'll remind her for me, right? Robin says, who?
Inside of this one.
I know. I was looking.
Did you got all yours marked?
And Nancy says, I'm listening and crafting in my PJs.
Face to face.
You heard me, Robin. You're doing trivia on your show next week. 6 voted yes. No opposed. So
Marks together right there. And you should come out to be pretty close to in the corner there. See?
Right.
And you got to come across and do the same thing. Something's a little obscured with what you got going on there. So just make sure that you stay together right here. Start here. Start anywhere. One of these lines. Start going around. Then when you get to this corner, literally you're coming down this way. And then once that's stitched on there, then you have to take this and put this up here like that.
Okay.
Fold that edge over that way, and then come on down this side. But try to keep your middle lined up so it takes out any slack and keep on going. And when you get here, that zipper not being Why did you go all the way
Reminder?
to one end and
Because I left too much of a gap up there.
yeah, you were supposed to split the difference, 3/8 and 3/8. Now you've got the seam right through that. And I don't know, you're gonna have to do the best you can with it. You're really fucked right here. You just have to try to keep that as close as you can. And when you get to here, just try to hold it and into the corner like that and stitch across it. And then when you come to that corner, you got to do that same thing all over again.
Nancy said next time she'll be on your show, Jerry.
Turn it inside out. What, Herbie?
Nancy said next time she'll be on your show.
Good deal.
Robin said she's doing homework. I'm pretty sure she'll have a brown bottle flu tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or what does Max come in clear bottles?
What?
That's a big line.
Don't matter.
But at least I had a break from doing this pattern for a while.
I don't know how you do what you do, man. I would lose my mind.
It drives me crazy sometimes, but I'm really enjoying doing it. Because it's nothing for me to sit here for 12 hours and doodle.
Just those two?
Well, you got to do all four sides.
Okay.
Did you unzip it and zip it back together? Did it make it even?
I had to do it again because I realized it wasn't perfect.
Man, she said she's
That's
doing
okay.
homework and she
What would
wants
they say?
trivia.
He sewed his zipper even on one end, and he has a really big gap on the other end. It's gonna be a hole. I love making to the pillow chase. He's designing a hole by the zipper.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Boy, Steve saved my bacon the other day.
What's that?
Well, I made the thumbnail, and somehow or another, I lost the original, and it would not let me go back any. But he knew a way how to do it.
That's yeah. When it comes to any kind of stuff like that, I don't even mess with it. I just let it, Steve.
I hated to bother him.
Well, I won't bother him after a certain time, but I know he's in that office every day. Okay. Broke the thread.
Denise says, Nancy, she's doing something she's supposed to be sewing.
Jesus Christ, dude. That bobbin is something you have to keep rewinding, so you don't want to just take miles of thread off.
I realized that after I did what I did.
Did you hear what I was telling him, honey, or do I need to explain?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
around that? No. You
Yeah,
have to-
yeah, come through that thing because around the other's not working with that weird thing.
Okay. But do you have to go around anything over here?
No, you just make sure you're not in the wedge. There you are. It's got a knife back there.
This is the part I don't.
You see that little bar up at the top? You got to get it behind that. No. The little bar right here. You see?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. And then.
Pull down on this, push it back, lift your thread over that thing. Look, let me show you. It's easiest if you just take the thread, put it onto your thumb like that, and bring it back here like this, and go up. And
Okay, Shay.
Go up and let go. Make sure you hold it, or it'll come back through the hole. Pull your tail through
And then I gotta go.
under the foot, and you're done. Just make sure you pull way out. You're gonna have to pull way out so you can hold the top thread and the bottom thread don't get in the way.
Shay said she'll be right back. She got to go get comfortable.
All right, Shay. Right here. Turn around here with your stuff. Okay. What are you gonna do? These marks. You're gonna try to line up your marks right here. Okay. And your edges. Keep your edges square. And see, yours come out really good. So you're gonna come all the way to that corner. You're gonna start at one of these. Okay. Come all the way to your corner. When you get to your corner, then what you're gonna do is turn. Bring this to the corner. Pull this up and fold it over that way. Like that. So now you're running down that side.
Okay.
See?
You just kind of shift the outside.
Just
piece
shift
a
it, yeah,
little.
manipulate it. And then kind of watch to make sure, see your corner here, your edge there and your edge there, something's not matching up exactly right. Yeah, something's not right, honey.
Almost that bewitching hour.
I thought this thing was square.
Yeah, but I noticed a second ago that something was. I wanted to clip it before.
No. Is this not 16 by 16?
It is, but I wanted to. I don't know what's happening, so I wanted to clip
I
it.
just
to see.
want to know for sure that this
Yes.
is 16 by
Yes,
16.
I measured it again.
Well, not that I don't believe you, but something's really weird. You didn't make your other piece the right size or something.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, that's 16 by. We
You
changed
didn't
it.
do what I told you to do. You did not flip this back around after you cut that off and cut this at 16.
Oh, I thought you said to leave it at 18. Okay.
No, you were supposed to go 18 this way
Yeah.
and then come back 16 and cut this off so you could get the zipper closer to the edge instead of it being in the middle of your thing. Because this was originally 16 by 16, so we need to take some off of it.
Okay. So I just need to make the whole thing 16.
16 by 16, yeah.
I thought I already did that.
Flip it around. All the way around. Now, on the right side, you're going to go from here that way. You want to use this and just marks.
I can use it.
Why are you coming out?
Because I feel like I'm really messed up somewhere.
Let me see it. You came all the way to the corner like you were supposed to do. Now all you're going to do is just turn this. You didn't come all the way to the corner, you see?
Yeah.
So now you're going to be all screwed up. Now you're going to be too long this way. But you can make that work. Flip it over this way now. Oh, dude.
See, Jerry said Shay's going for her Wookiee onesie from Target and alcohol.
Yeah, see, it's bunched up in here. All your slack to get you over there is right here.
Okay.
See the wrinkle? You're going to have to take that apart and start over. Just that side. Don't take that apart because that looks okay. Wait a minute. What kind of weird shit you got going on right here? Come here. What's that?
I don't know.
Robin says, I'm not gluing, I'm doing homework.
Okay.
Are you studying up for this trivia?
Okay, so you were sewing like this. Right? I would have, if it would have been me, I would have started here with my material on the outside. So the material would have just always stayed on the outside instead of what you're doing. What you're doing is you're bunching everything up and trying to keep this wadded up in that tight space in there.
Okay.
Honestly, if it was me, no harder than it is to rip the threads apart, I would take it apart and start over and go the other direction with it. He needs the thread ripper.
I already got it.
Oh. If it will help you and you think it'd be easier, you can use these clips over here and clip everything together before you sew and just pull them off as you get to them.
I'll get some of those shots.
Now you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so good side of the zippers going to the good side of the thing. We're going to find this middle. We're going to start right there, actually. You'll start right there, and you'll come this way because you want this to stay on the outside of the machine, not on the inside. And as you see here, you see your line right there? That's where you want to end up. So I'm going to put it there. I'm going to ignore my middle line for a second, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say, okay, that lines up pretty good. So my middle lines are pretty good too. So you could literally start right here in the middle now. Start sewing, come all the way down till you get to this corner. And then once you get to this corner, then you're going to turn yourself. You're going to fold that down. Pull this around. And start coming down this side and double check your center lines are not matching up. So when we come down here and we look here, our center lines are not matching up because you marked those when the thing was 18 inches instead of 16 by 16. So these marks are not correct. The marks on two sides of this thing are not right because you marked center of it when it was something else. You remarked it?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's see center?
Yes.
See center?
Yes.
They're close.
Well, I want
If
to
you're not going to
remeasure
listen to
it.
me and you want to be nasty, then I'm going to quit.
I want to remeasure it then.
I don't need you to remeasure it. I'm trying to explain something to you. If this corner is correct and this corner is correct and your middle doesn't match up, or it's close, then you're okay. This middle mark has to match up to get you started, and it has to match up, but you definitely don't want to, okay, these are my middles, they match up. Now I got to try to make that, I got to try to make all that fit. But you also don't want to say, well, okay, this is what it is, and then you get down here and you're hanging off an inch. You just have to make sure that you're staying the same on both ends and that your middles.
Even if you hold it up, then
That center line is going to come and play more here. to make sure that this one half stays together. And that's the side that I would start with. Right there, like that. And then go that way.
Nancy says that's
Are you not
Jim
understanding what I'm saying?
No,
Gunn's
I am.
Okay. Do you want to
catchphrase.
quit this
Make
for
it
tonight?
work.
No, it's okay.
If you're getting tired and aggravated, you need to quit or it's not going to turn out. There's a long way to go.
Nancy says the seam ripper will be your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. If I figure if I sit here too long enough, I get frustrated.
Dude, move your
Time
water.
to stop.
Thank you. I didn't mean to throw stuff on the floor. Is it hot in here or is it just me?
If you, Chase, do you want this?
Actually, it's starting to feel good up in this house now.
It feels like it's 1,000 degrees in here.
Get you a Red Bull, it'll cool you off. Jerry says, I also make seam rippers on my lathe.
Nice. Are you sure you want to keep going? We can end this and pick it up again tomorrow or Sunday or
I'm good to
whenever.
end it whenever. That's up to y'all.
Well, I think we're going to end this live portion. We're still going to hang out for a little while. So if anybody wants to join the hangout, the link is in the chat group. If you're not a member and you want to join, say something really quick and I'll get you a link.
Nancy says, a good break makes everything make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's why when I'm sitting here all day, I kind of get at the point. I got to take a break.
Y'all want to get in front of a camera and say goodbye?
Bye.
We will probably do another hangout live sometime over the weekend and finish these things up. I got to figure out what everybody else's live schedule is. I don't want to go live with anybody else that we know is live.
I think Shay's live at 9 tomorrow.
Tomorrow night or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow night. But I think
We'll
that's
see
what
how
we'll
it
do.
goes. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever way you feel about it. And we'll see y'all later.
And thanks
Jerry,
for
if
having
you're
me
still
over.
hanging out in your shop and want to hang out, you got the link, man. You can jump in here. But we'll see y'all later.
Y'all have a good night.